Hello and welcome to Don't Kill My Character presents Superhero Shenanigans. Claude, are you looking at stream right now? Just can you see how I set this up?
That is
interesting. I did just look at it, and
maybe
I
disturbing.
have taken some psychic damage, just a small bit of psychic damage. I wish you would actually split our faces into one horrifying amalgam.
You know what? We're gonna save that for the game that Extell and Tasha are going to be running later on in the year. But let's talk about this game. This is Superhero Shenanigans, a Mutants and Masterminds adventure on Don't Kill My Character, sponsored by Green Ronin Publishing. Thank you so much to our friends at Green Ronin. If you use our code Superhero Shenanigans in their online store, you get 5% off anything you buy in there, and you support our stream. That's really cool. Also, we have giveaways from Green Ronin Publishing for you. So all you have to do to enter those giveaways is type giveaway in the chat, and you will be entered. And with that, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself. My players will talk a little bit about themselves. I will duck out of here because I am not in this session. I am Kate the Great Cosplays and Don't Kill My Character, always. I am usually here as Marley, but not today. I'm just going to be running tech and causing chaos with our dear Natasha in the chat as we try to support our individual interests with what these players do. I will pass it to my players. If you can give me your name and pronouns, your character name and pronouns, and maybe one little bit you want to share about your character. Let's do that. Start it off with Extell.
Oh, hello, I wasn't ready.
I did call on you.
I am Extell, that's who I am. I'm Extell. Hello. Pronouns are he, him. Same thing for Ember, who I'm playing tonight. And you can find that on here, where you'll see me doing this.
I love it. Extell, your mic is a little bit gravelly, fuzzy, staticky. I don't know if you want to fiddle with that a little more.
You can't handle me because I'm too cool. Hold on.
It's so hard for any mic to handle all that is you and your voice. But while you work on that, I'm going to pass it to Jackie. Welcome back, Jackie.
Hey, I'm Jackie. I'm back from somewhere. You can refer to me as he or him or just hey you. And I am playing Gabe Cano, aka Mecha Ochre, who is also referred to as a he, him, or hey you.
Incredible.
I'll pass it to Grant.
Yay! Hey everybody, Grant here at Nerdith on most socials, he, him, and I play the moody but lovable Travis / Revenant.
Lovable?
Claude.
Yes! Marley loves Revenant. That's her big bro right there. All right, Shannon, tell us about you and your character.
Hello, everyone. I am Shannon, she, her pronouns. I am playing Raven, and Raven is also she, her pronouns. And Raven is also a little bit moody, maybe a little bit of a protector of the group, and going through some shit right now. So, yeah.
Wow. And we also used our S word. There we
I thought we were on a stream day today.
Get it over with right away.
These guys got
it doesn't count. It doesn't count in there. You cut that out for the stream. I have one more.
I mean, I cut it for the podcast, but this is still on YouTube. Well, we're gonna pass it to Yuri. Yuri, save us from ourselves.
Hello. That's awful, confident to think I'm not just gonna make things worse, but okay. But hey everybody, it's good to be here. I am Yuri, pronouns she, they, and I will be playing Quillekikiokalee, aka Quill, pronouns they, them.
Amazing. And now the other half of my screen. What's up, Claude?
Hello. Very interesting setup. A bold swing for sure.
Thank you so much.
Claude.
I'm a visionary.
Definitely. You certainly have some sort of eye I am Claude, aka Curly Insane Guy. I am the GM for this game. He, him pronouns for myself, but I play a billion characters in this, so that'll, the characters will have their own. And we are gonna keep on moving right along, and you can find me on the internet at Curly Insane Guy in most places. Not all, but most.
Amazing. Well, as much as I love being here, I also love how I did like the height dynamics for us. I'm just realizing, as much as I love being here, I will leave so you can start the game. But I'm gonna be in chat, in your DMs, in the channel chat. I can't help myself. Have such a fun game, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. I immediately, whatever you said in your DMs, I was like, oh goodness, I missed one. So I opened it. But no, I'm safe, guys. I'm doing fine. It's all good. When last we left off our game, the heroes successfully defeated the Bagmen and ended up with one of them in their custody due to a special triggered teleportation that he activated, escaping police custody and ending up at Raven's mansion, actually, where he is still to this day. He has revealed, that's 2 days since, in that time he's revealed that he was working for Duffel, the leader of the Bagmen, who is one of the five-fingered Hand of Eris, the goddess of discord. It seems that she is working with these 5 lieutenants on Earth Prime to sort of do her bidding and spread, wouldn't you know it, chaos. And that's kind of where we leave off. They are in the mansion, and what's I will say, for my sake, I'm gonna have everyone at the mansion for what comes next. So what is everyone doing at the mansion? Revenant is here. It's a different group. We do have a fun little rotating cast situation going on here. So what's everyone doing at the mansion today before one of you shows up? You know who you are.
Me? I've probably been absent. I've been leaving the house a lot, looking into things, calling people, checking contacts, looking for my sister's people that she said are now in the city. So I'm kind of stressed about them. I do not look good. I'm haggard. If anybody sees me, I look like a wraith walking through the house.
Or like a revenant, you might say.
Yes.
What did Revenant think about the fact that there is a guest staying in the house right now that is not one of the heroes?
I probably haven't super noticed, to be honest.
Honestly, fair. He's kept fairly sequestered and in a very secure spot. And as far as you have been told, has made no attempts at escaping. He seems pretty comfy to just chill here instead of jail. So he's just kind of playing along, and if this can last him a good long while, he's fine with it. Okay. Raven, what about you? What have you been up to these past few days? Or 2
days. Yeah, well, a little bit of sleep because Raven was pretty beat up after the last one, so probably did get a little bit of sleep. And I think I would have also just done a ton of research and been in and out of the prisoner area that we have and asking a lot of questions in there. Marley was in there for a little bit, so we were kind of doing some questions maybe while Marley was listening in to see if anything was kind of coming through and that kind of stuff. And Ember was involved with some of that as well. So I think there's been a lot of just kind of like in and out, and like maybe some discussion afterwards, me kind of going through books, looking through, seeing what I can kind of find. And so I think probably at this point you'd find me like maybe in a chair in a corner of the library where I think I'm awake, but I've actually kind of crashed out on the chair because I didn't get enough sleep. I've just been doing too much. So I've got books open and I'm kind of crashed out. Yeah,
I will say, as part of your study, like while you were talking to Pouch, he did reveal with the help of Marley beaming this into your head during the little back and forth, he described the situation that your mother was in, that he had told you that she was in danger and basically in Hades. And one of the things involved with that was that there was a man who seemed to be like a danger to her, an armored man, really huge, beefy is how I described him. And he had an emblem with kind of like dog motifs. Could you go ahead and roll me, I'll say this over the past couple days, roll me an expertise magic check. Unless you've got a mythology as well, but magical work.
I don't have
mythology would make it easier, but yeah.
Yeah, and it was an 18 until it hit the side of my dice tray and rolled backwards onto the 2. So, but I have a 14, so that's a 16.
Have a 14.
Yeah.
I would say, honestly, that's a huge bonus to expertise magic. Wow, to where even a 2 isn't much of a deterrence. I would say with that, you don't know for sure, 100%, but that sort of symbology on him is definitely reminiscent of Cerberus, the guardian of Hades. So he's somehow related to him, is what your best guess would be. And you did get the mental image of what it actually looked like to Pouch, because Marley beamed his mental images into your head during a bit of an interrogation you had.
Which is why I'm so exhausted right now. I'm not a huge fan. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I did the last time and also in between check in with Mom. Mom is not actually in Hades. There's been responses back. So this was the I see the future dude
sort of thing. Yeah, and you do know from repeatedly checking in on where she's been and everything that she's actually on her way home right now. She will be back home soon when she finishes up a little bit of, there's some trade that she has to do basically in a museum that she needs to visit, but probably within the next week or so, she should be back home.
Cool.
Ember, what have you been doing?
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I will, and you can always say no if this messes up your plans, but I will approach Quill, and go, so, you seem pretty tough.
Oh, thank you. You're pretty tough yourself.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. You know, I haven't, to be honest, I haven't met many people who I think could last long in a fight with me. So do you want to spar a bit?
And at the first half of that sentence, she looked a little offended, but then you said, "Do you want to spar with me?" And it just turned into the biggest smile. It's like, oh, would I? Yeah, I think we should do it outside because we might break things.
Oh no, yeah, definitely not inside. I'd melt a lot of things, probably. A lot of metal in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of ways we can do this. If you would like to just narrate basically how awesome the two of you are, on board with that. That can be kind of like a talk it out how it went. Or if you want to throw some dice against each other and you're both on board with it, I'm all for it too. We can do like a quick 3 rounds and out kind of thing just to see how you do.
Yeah, I think Quill would tell you a little bit of sort of like, well, I don't know how you do it here, but we usually, and we'll go off on a tangent about like shows of force and sparring and stuff like that on her home planet. She will say that because you do have magic, so to speak, if this could be a only physical thing, because she wants to like test sort of like her physicality against yours. She hasn't gotten to really like spar, like wrestle with a strong human before. So that would be something that they would really, really want to do.
I think
Just
he'd
for-
go.
Just for flavor, can we also say that Raven saw this and it only took a second, but used constructs and created basically a pit, an area for them.
An arena. That's what I was hoping. I was like, I bet you.
Yeah. No, definitely created an arena. Yeah, with some obstacles but also a square.
Yeah. Which is good because it also keeps the
been-
yard from being completely destroyed. There's other things to
Yeah.
break.
Absolutely. Quill would have been like, hey, Raven, like, take a break. Come on, just watch this.
Yeah.
Invites
sure.
the whole neighborhood. Makes an event out of
Yeah,
it. Charges tickets.
I'm out there with snacks.
Because you gotta be.
Ember will say to that, it's like, okay, we can definitely do that. But I will be at my weakest, I'll let you know.
What do you mean? You
I
are
get stronger
you.
than more. Fair enough. Let's do it.
All right. I will, for the purposes of this, I will also give each of you a bonus hero point for use in this fight. So if you don't use it here, it doesn't get used, but that gives you all the leeway to go wild. You each get one that you can use here. And yeah, roll some initiative.
Everything's gonna be fine.
It'll be okay.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Ooh.
Yeah, Ember goes first.
Fair. Revenant, if you would
bad.
like, you could also be present with snackage with Raven if you want.
No, I'm still doing my weird thing.
Revenant doing weirdness? What a twist.
I know, right?
Too busy
Okay.
being moody in the corner, please.
So this is really easy for me. This is probably the easiest initiative I'll ever have to track in this game with all two of you. So Ember, how do you open up this fight?
Are any of the constructs you made Raven movable? Or are they
Yeah,
kinda
I would say
stuck in
so.
place?
I would say that if Claude will allow it, because I think the construct. Okay, he says yes.
We're rule of cooling it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, if you can imagine like Legends of the Hidden Temple, like that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. So like a big square area, but then all around it is like you have to get up and around and over. You can use it or not use it, but I've basically given you a free-for-all in very large area in the back. And yeah, there's like barrels, there's, I've got little snakes all around and doing their thing and that kind of stuff too, but like, just the mystical ones, not real ones. So yeah.
Just to have a lot of cool factor here, because I have to, because I am me. I'm going to walk up to one of the barrels, knock on it, and I'm like, okay, this will be all right. And then I'll stomp on the ground so that it pops up into the air and kick it at Quill.
Love it.
Incredible. Yeah, so roll me like a throw. We'll treat it as your...
What is my throw? Oh, there it is. That's going to be... Oh, that's a fun one. It's 18 on the die plus 6, which is a number.
24.
23.
I got you.
There we go.
Quill, this is going to be targeting your dodge. So what is your dodge plus 10?
My dodge plus 10 is a 22.
Well, bad news. A barrel slams into, barrels into even. Quill, what is the DC on your throws there? For damage?
Let's see. I don't see it on it.
Oh, no. Let me see if I can find it.
As my unarmed, yeah, because I have the my. This is different. That's my grab.
No worries, no worries. So for
I have a
throw, I
surprise
have
speech, everybody.
DC 21 toughness check
Lovely.
coming your way, Quill. If you didn't power attack or anything, so yeah, DC 21, and you'll roll and add your toughness for it.
Okay. That is a 14 on the die plus 8, so that's 22.
22.
Again.
All right, yeah. What's up with you? Have a consistency going on here. Yeah, the barrel like smashes into you. How do you deflect it or cool it up for me?
Oh, it said it does make contact though, right?
Yep.
I think because you kicked it at her, I think she does sort of like a roundhouse kick, but with her talons extended, and so it's gonna hit her, and she can't evade it, and she knows that, so she swipes it sideways, and the barrel sort of splinters and just breaks off into little bits.
Nice, love it. And now for your return on it.
I am probably going to now to use that and the fact that the barrel sort of like exploded to then you would just see wood flying everywhere, and then all of the sudden see just bird coming at you really fast. They will probably refrain from using their talons on you and will stick with like blunt stuff. So I am going to do an just straight up unarmed attack on you after charging in.
Gotcha.
That is a 26 to hit.
That should hit my dodge. My dodge, right? This should be dodge.
Your parry, because close range.
Yeah. So it should. So that'll hit because it's a 22 total.
All right. What is your damage on the unarmed?
It is. I don't know.
Or the DC.
Oh, 23.
All right, 23. And you'll roll and add your toughness versus a 23.
Lovely. 20 total. Oh wait, no, it's not a 20. It's an 18 total. My toughness is so low at my base.
It is. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was a 23, and you got an 18.
18, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you get a -1 to future toughness saves. You were almost dazed, but not quite. And it's back to you.
And I think actually I heal now.
On your turn, it does heal.
Yeah, what the hell?
It regenerates very
That's
quickly.
cool.
I regenerate once around. So you would see where you hit him, sort of like steam kind of rising off. It's like, sorry about that, can't quite turn that one off. And then will
she thinks
answer
it's
back
great.
with a roundhouse of his own.
Yeah, she's probably like, oh no, that's great. That means I don't have to be as careful. You're not fragile. I love it.
And I'm gonna answer back with a roundhouse of my own. I think it's sort of like I take yours and then just sort of bring mine up and to try to kick you on the side there. Oh.
She's just
that's a
grinning
fun
the
time.
whole time.
Let's say
Happy.
24 to hit. Nope. 34, sorry. No, wait, not 34. 33. There we go. Math is a math. I had a 19 on the die plus 14.
Ooh.
That 100% hits.
And the DC is 21 for this one. Maths at me again. Math wins this round. And probably every other round.
That's toughness, right? That I'm rolling?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I got really lucky. So my toughness isn't very high either. But I rolled a 17 on the die and I get a 8 plus 8.
All right. Yeah. You able to take the hit as he brings his foot around for a kick. Yeah.
I think she does exactly that. As you turn around to kick, she just puts both of her arms up and takes the brunt of the kick on her forearms. And there is a little like exhale of like air, as that was a really strong kick, but she brings her hands down and she's still smiling. She's loving this.
At this point, you definitely see a big smile on Ember's face too, because he's like, "Oh, this is fun! I can go toe to toe with someone finally."
Yeah.
In between rounds in quick succession, you're going to see a portal open up right by each of you, and then just a hand coming in with like one of those things that they have at the side for boxers where you can take a quick drink and then comes right back out.
Fantastic.
I love it. Quill has no idea what
phenomenal.
that is, and she like startles so hard. She's like, "What? We're getting attacked right now!" And then sees Ember take a sip and the hand disappear, and she goes, "Oh!" and then attempts to do the same.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
All right. It is Quill's turn in round 2 to strike back.
Yeah, I think seeing that you can heal your wounds, they are probably. Can you? Has she seen you fly?
No. You've seen him
Okay.
jump high. Seen that he can jump far and high, probably, but not like he can't fly.
Okay, so she is going to attempt to pick you up.
Okay.
All right.
So she grabs you from underneath, like the armpits, essentially, and her wings flap, and she's going to attempt to pick you up.
Lovely.
All right. Yeah. Roll me a grab.
Rolling a grab. Do I add anything to that?
I have your sheet open for reasons, and you do have a plus 12 on grab. I'm jumping back and forth between your sheets, just in case neither of you need anything. I'm ready.
I love that. That's not like super good. I rolled a 13. And you said it was
Plus 12.
I need to write that down. Okay. Math. 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
What's this
First try.
this against?
This will be against your parry.
Yeah, that'll beat that.
All right, now this is going to be Ember resisting your strength.
Try wiggle out of it. I dare you.
Yeah, so it's your strength plus 10 is his DC right now.
Okay. That's not very high. 18.
All right, and you can use either your strength or your dodge to resist the strength.
Yeah, I'd roll and add my strength.
Yep. Or you could choose to lose if you want to get picked up. I mean, that is an option.
Yeah, I think I'll let it happen. I think I'll just let it happen because this is fun.
How
Let's see
high
where this
are you
goes.
taking them?
Not super high. I think when I am in combat, it's about 30 feet around. And I know like humans are usually okay with like 2 stories worth of fall and they won't die, which is about 24 25 feet. So she'll go up around that much. And that was My action was to grab him, right?
To grab him, yeah. But
Okay,
you still have
so-
the movement to fly, and then if all you're doing is dropping him, it's just a free action to drop something. So you could drop him this turn too if you want.
I wanna use a. Can I use a hero point to attempt to throw him at the
To
ground?
add some. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it'll end up adding your strength to the fall damage is how we'll treat
Yeah,
it.
and I can throw 25 tons. So
Just toss him into the ground. Yeah, it'll be
Just
great. Just
tossing him. So you see her grab you, and her wings flap. She just sort of pushes off the ground, and she spins with you. And as she spins, is going to just throw you, sort of like a sack of flour, against the ground.
fantastic.
Raven is
It's to hit the
videoing
ground,
this whole
so
thing.
the DC
You're
is,
recording.
is like
Oh, yeah, I've-
negligible. Yeah, you can just take the action to yeet him as
Love
hard
it.
as you can to the ground.
Yeet.
Yeah, I'll kind of treat it like almost like a slam attack instead. So it'll be your normal damage that you hit, and I'll put a +2 circumstance modifier. So the DC is going to be 2 higher than your strength. Your normal unarmed damage, I'll add 2 to it.
Oh, okay. Oh, so unarmed, but because of the force of the throwing plus.
Yeah,
two.
adding.
Love it.
Yeah, just adding a
Makes
little
sense.
extra. So what does that bring it to?
That is a 25.
25.
The DC becomes 25. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ember, I'll have you roll toughness against that. You are flying to the earth. Let me see. I'm trying to remember what the DC is to lower the damage of a fall. It's been a little bit. There's an
what
athletics check you
Yeah.
can do.
To like
What
land
does
properly and not get injured, or
ultimate effort toughness do again?
Ultimate effort toughness means you can drop a hero point to me and just take 20 on your toughness check. Just treat it as a 20 plus your toughness.
I'll do that. I think this is the first time I've used it. This is the first time I've ever used
Yeah,
this.
I think you might have. I'm trying to remember. I think this might be the first time you used it. Yeah.
Yeah.
that
So
makes
I'll-
me
yeah.
happy. But I'm the first person he has to use that again.
Right? What does it look like? Because this is you just like basically taking a fall that you shouldn't be able to take super well, and being
roll.
mostly all right.
Out of it.
I think sort of like the same thing what you see when he's regenerating, but it happens before. So a lot of steam starts rolling off of him as he's flying to this ground. It's probably almost like this fog cloud in the air that trails behind him. And you see him slam into the ground, probably cracking a bit of the construct, or if it's just the ground. I don't know if you like encased us entirely or just like
Fissures.
put a dome over us. Yeah. And it's like he sort of stands up out of it and is like, oh, it's rough.
This is for serious. Well done. It is back to your turn. This is the final round of the combat between the two of you. Make it count.
Let's see. I can't get up there.
I do have a move by action, so I can move again after. I would have come back down, so I am stand as when you landed and sort of like shook it off. She would have landed back next to you.
And he sort of like does that thing with his shoulder and is kind of like, wow, I'm glad you're on our side. And then as he says that, sort of moves up really close to you, like like almost inches away from your face, and then he drops down really low and then comes back up as fast as he can, leaping while he does so with an uppercut.
All right. Is this like going to be a power attack or?
We're going all out attack here. I believe
Okay.
that's what it is. 'Cause I don't have power attack.
Gotcha.
Probably should have power
I was going to say,
attack.
even without, you can do -2
What
to your
is
accuracy
all
for
out?
+2.
All out attack is I trade my defense for, is it damage or is it accuracy?
It's for higher accuracy.
higher accuracy. Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
Very strong on like
I
a
can-
multi-attack build.
Yeah, up to 5. Up to 5 plus if I take away 5 from my defense. And which I'll go all the way here. So I'll have a plus 19 here for this.
Yeah. Whenever there's a break in the action, Raven
It's a 39.
stops recording and drops it in the group chat and starts recording again.
Oh no, sorry, not a 39, it's a 29.
A 29.
But like, don't tell anybody that it's like a friendly sparring.
I don't know what's happening. They just
everybody's
started
trying to
punching
kill
each
each
other.
Yeah, exclamation points. Oh, this emoji.
This is
So
what I
it was
have
a
the
20
rest of the cast
29
show
to
up
hit.
to be like, what's
It's like,
happening?
whoa.
Yes, I believe a 29 does hit. I suspect. So what is the DC on that?
Oh, 21.
All
Because I'm
right.
at my base. 21.
Quill, you got a 21 coming at you.
And because it is close, it's a parry, right?
Yep.
Okay, that is a 22 because it's parry plus 10.
Yep. So it does hit, and then the DC is 21 for toughness.
Okay. Come on, buddy. That's a 20. So
Nope.
by this much.
By just a little bit, you do take
Just a
a
little bit.
-1 to future toughness saves as you are bruised. You feel this punch. It
Yeah.
has so much force behind it because he put his leap into it. Yeah.
Sorry. Got excited there.
Boom. Do you end up like? Do you actually like full on leap past Quill as you punch them? or-
Probably.
Yeah, I
Land
think
like 50 feet away?
I
The
can't go less
force-
than all out against Quill. That's what I've learned.
and honestly, she wouldn't want you to. I think as you punch her like this, she gets sort of like flung back a little, and you see her wings give a quick flap to make sure that she lands on her feet, right? And sort of like to bend herself. You see the talons on her little bird legs like dig into this dirt under us as she is pushed back a little by the force of this punch. So now there's your fissure, and then there's claw marks essentially on the ground. She looks over at Raven very apologetically.
Sorry, there's a crater and
Yeah. Oops. We're having fun though.
I was gonna say as you're gearing up for your attack, you hear this like rattling from outside the house. Now there's this rumble as someone arrives on the scene, having received a message that there's like embers fighting in the backyard and all this stuff is going on. Mecha Ochre, welcome home. Everyone's in the backyard.
Home too.
Oh, so they're not in the front. They're in the back.
Actually,
All right.
would it be in the backyard or?
Yeah, it's way at
Yeah.
the back.
Okay,
It's way
all
at
right.
the back.
We don't want to terrify
Everybody
the
said-
citizens.
everybody except
We keep
Yeah.
the front of the
Revenant.
yard is like everything, so you throw fancy parties, everything looks really nice, and the back is where all the chaos reigns.
There's a fairly easy to burst through fence though if someone were in a hurry in a vehicle. You could definitely drive through a gate
Breakaway fence.
if the situation called for it.
Sure.
Game
I think
modes.
I think that's leading.
I'm just saying that is
So
a feature of the environment.
you probably didn't notice because of the action, but there was kind of a right of a motorcycle at high speed kind of approaching, and then it slows down, and all of a sudden you hear it pick up, and it breaks through the gate, and you see this motorcycle. It is caked with dirt, and you see sitting on top of that is a person equally caked with dirt and dust, and you don't immediately recognize him, but he leaps off of the motorcycle, and if you're watching, you kind of see this suit kind of form around him as he's somersaulting, and he lands between Quill and Ember, facing Quill.
Right, you don't know me.
You can see him now. He's got this suit that is kind of a combination of a samurai and a ninja. It is black with orange, kind of like leather but metal with these lines of orange energy running through it. And he makes a pose to you, and he faces you and says, "I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna finish it." And he just totally leaps at you and tries to strike you.
Yeah, so as she attempts to dodge, because we don't know if she will or not, she just says, is nobody here taught that interrupting a one-on-one fight is unhonorable?
I catch that. And just as I'm about to hit her, I stop.
Raven is also yelling, like, no!
And I turn around, and my helmet, which kind of looks like a samurai helmet, a combination between like a locust and a samurai helmet. You see it kind of.
I love it.
Kind of peel away, and I look at everybody. I guess I've been gone a little too long.
Welcome back.
I will walk up to you and give you one of the firmest handshakes and say, yeah, we were just having a little sparring match, Gabe. It's okay.
Oh, okay. And then you'll see my suit kind of drift away, and underneath it, I am caked with dust and dirt, including my face. It's clear I haven't taken a shower in at least a few days, maybe weeks. And I give Ember a hug. It's so good to see you, buddy.
Oh, yep. No, okay, no, just
it's not a great smell, I'll say, Ember. Revenant, from inside, you would have heard these people. You heard a loud commotion outside. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, let me just.
I'm sorry.
Oh, let me just add too that, like, with all of this coming in, you've been gone for so long and nobody recognized you caked in dirt, so their security was all in on this.
They're all showing
so,
up.
Like, yeah. So everybody's showing up. Yeah. And meanwhile,
I turn around and I transform again. Yeah, what is going on here?
What is happening? Right.
Raven, you hear
Ivan
in your ear saying, "I've got the shot lined up."
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, stand down.
On the roof with a sniper rifle, just like. I got
same them, boss.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Go Amber,
like,
I got
finally,
this.
we get to play a little bit.
Go ahead, Yuri. Sorry.
But as soon as Ember sort of separates from the hug with Mecha Ochre, as he, turns around and sees everybody and puts his suit back up, Quill just attempts to tackle him while he's distracted. And he did take a negative, right?
Yeah, he's at -5 to his active defenses right now, so he's pretty easy to get.
And she basically just yells like, "Never take your eyes off your opponent!" as she just full on body slams into him.
It falls over.
Awesome. I say, I see what this is about.
I think we could do it as an unarmed attack if you want to.
I think it just happens because he's not paying attention.
I was with the -5. I feel like you might not be able to miss him at this point.
Yeah. I see what's happening, and I run, and I just leap, and I just land on top of Ember.
Can I like
one person pile on? Oh.
Right before you land, I'm gonna put a portal right in front of you.
Oh no!
Where do you send him?
I love that. Just pops next to you. Yeah, just over.
Welcome home, Mecha Ochre.
I love that image. You think you're jumping on him, and instead you go through a portal only to plop on the ground right next to Raven.
Yep.
I've been gone too long.
You definitely.
I miss you all.
Raven, I think spending now so much time with Quill, like, you've really gotten the hang of sort of like her culture a little bit more than the others, and you know that you just saved him.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Things, they could have been a problem. It definitely could have.
Quill
revolve.
doesn't even like see that or notice. And after now both her and Ember are on the ground, like she's just laughing, and she gets up and then extends a hand to help Ember up as well.
I'll take your hand, and as I do, I'm going to spin that hero point. The other hero point
What a
that I have, my real hero point.
Oh no.
No, and I'm going to use. Well, I don't know. Do you need a
Power
hero
attack.
point for the power stunt?
You don't. You'll just take fatigue if you don't use the hero point.
Okay, so that's fine. Because I want to, whichever is the thing that lets me do a thing with my powers that I don't normally have.
Yes.
And I want to extend my regeneration briefly to Quill.
Oh,
I
So
love
you'll
that.
feel this warmth, sort of like almost like, it doesn't even feel like it's on you. It feels like it's like growing from inside you, like from in like your center, almost like this, like almost as if there's like a fire in there, heating up your entire body, and steam will rise from where I hit you, and you'll feel better.
It
love
feels
that.
the emotion feels a lot like basically when you've been in like the heat of battle and like you're victorious and like soaking that in. It's kind of that level of confidence of like the reassurance of like, yes, I am that awesome.
Yeah,
But it's like to such a level that it like literally physically repairs you, and it feels awesome.
that is awesome. As you stand up and that happens, you see her smile at you, and she goes, "You know what? I think it will be fun to try it with your powers next time." Yeah,
Oh, that's a whole different ball game. But you're on.
I prepare. This was fun. Thank you for doing this with me.
Of course, thank you too. This was awesome. We should do this more often. Next time we could build a whole like room for this, and we can like dedicate. He just starts going on and on because he's very excited now. He's like, no, we can just like we can even put an octagon in there. Who knows? Maybe we can have a regular tournament. And he just keeps going on about it.
Raven's
Yeah.
taking notes.
I can make this happen.
I get up.
got this.
I get up and I've my suit's gone again, and I'm sort of doing this, and it's not really helping, right? I'm wearing kind of like this orange hoodie that looks more dark brown than anything else. The sleeves have been either torn off or cut off, right? I'm kind of a mess, but I walk up to you trying to, nice myself a little bit. I say, "Are you a friend of Ember's?" And I kind of stick my hand out to shake your hand.
Not being honestly the most familiar with still how relationships work here on Earth, she will look to Ember for them to like say yes or no.
Yeah.
We're not into labels.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want to.
What are we?
What
You
are
know.
we right now?
I'm Gabe.
Friend
nice
of all of
to meet
ours, I
you.
believe.
And she'll extend her hand out. And yeah, in front of you is a bird person. Essentially, her hair sort of turns into these black feathers at her shoulders and at her back, and she has these large black wings. And the only thing that isn't black is this like reddish orange like spot on her, essentially the same color that she wears across her eyes. It's nice to meet you. My name is Quillekikiokalee, but most people here just sort of shorten it. You can too.
Quillekikiokalee. Hi, Quill.
Yeah.
Quillekikiokalee.
The most honest greeting.
I'm
will
gonna
have-
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
that
Really?
right.
I will have
Kiki.
Raven write it
Oakley.
out for you.
Kiki.
Nope.
Keely.
Already, nope.
Like a dad who's noticed something and is like excited to share it, and probably shouldn't share it, but still does because he's a dad. Ember leans over to Quill and be like, "Oh, Gabe's from a different universe. That's something that you might have in common. You're not from either one of you are from here."
Well, I'm pretty sure from this universe, just a different planet of people like me. What?
Oh,
Are you from a different version of this planet?
yeah. I'm from a planet just like this, but different in some ways. We don't have anyone like you.
You see her father sort of like do
Yeah.
a little ruffle.
And I have been here for just a little bit, and I don't know how I got here, but I'm here now, and I've been exploring California. I took my motorcycle with what I thought was going to be a short ride, and I decided I'm just going to keep going. And I rode down the Pacific Coast Highway, and I kind of turned to Ember and Raven. Are you there?
Yeah, I've walked over by
Okay.
this point.
And I've got so much to tell you all. Should we go inside?
Good things at home.
It's lunchtime, right?
Wait,
And she looks at Raven
those
very
cookies?
excitedly.
Yeah, I was just going to say about this point, you see someone walk out with a tray of all of your favorite cookies.
So
Are on there.
as I'm talking,
already
I'm just kind of
packaged.
walking toward that person, and I just take the whole tray, and I continue walking.
Revenant, inside, you did briefly have like an alarm go off, basically, when the property was under attack. Briefly, as like emergency responses were like, "Let's go." But yeah, they quickly like did an all cancel on that. They're like, "No, we're good." Yeah, and you see now that everyone is coming inside.
I'll kind of stand at the top stairs when Gabe comes in. I'll go like, "Hey, Gabe. I was wondering if maybe you got sucked
Revenant!
back into a comic book or something."
Wow! And I'm gonna put the cookies down. I'm gonna run up the stairs, and I'm gonna hug him. God,
I'll be
I
like,
miss you even.
I'll just kind of go, "Oh, you need a shower." Which,
Yes,
I mean,
do.
I look like crap too. And
Yeah, I was
need
about
a
to say.
shower.
Revenant also looks a different kind of bad than you right now. He looks like hasn't slept in a couple days kind of bad versus I've been on the road bad.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. Wow. How long have you been gone on a road trip? You look awful.
I'm dealing with issues. I'm trying to track some stuff down so they don't affect the team.
I'm sorry. How can I help? Can I help?
You actually might be able to help. Because I don't know how my sister thinks.
Hmm.
And these are her people that are coming into town to come after me.
Wow. Okay. Come downstairs. I want you to tell me all about it, but first, I've got to tell you about what I've seen. Come down. Come on. This will cheer you up. And as we're walking down, I pick up the tray of cookies and I hand him one.
Okay, I'll eat it.
And I say, and I
You
have you
notice
sit
that
down.
there's a significant lack. Like the amount of cookies that was on there, there's like half that many on the tray now.
And I'm looking under, and I'll start eating the cookies, and I'll just keep going. Kiki, you wouldn't know this, but I am a whole lot happier than I think they've ever seen me. I think they've seen me happy. I think they've seen my, I've been pretty sad about trying to figure out how I got here, and trying to just accept that this may be my new home for life, trying to figure out, should I even try to get back? And so to see them seeing me this happy, they might think it's a little bit out of character. So you don't know this, but I'm really happy.
And when I see Quill, I'll kind of look up and just go like, "Oh, Princess, did you get the statue we left for you?"
They had it handed off to Tally to give to you. And I think I was probably supposed to relay this to you. But someone has created a tiny little figure of Junk Pile out of junk, a mini Junk Pile for you to have. It's not alive like the real Junk Pile, but it's awful cute. And there's a few of them.
And Junk Pile helped make it.
Junk Pile helped make it.
She would tell you, like, when you bring it up, she would tell you, yes, they are in her bedroom. And, like, she has, like, one of them, like, on the little, like, sort of nest she's made for herself. And she, like, lays them and she tucks them in, too.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. You're a princess? And I kind of curtsy, actually.
Not here, so I suppose you don't have to do that. It's okay.
She responds to fighting more than curtsies.
Okay, well, we can do that later.
We have a lot to catch up on, for sure.
And on that note, we go to sort of a flashback retelling as Mecha Ochre's road trip began. We get a nice little montage of him driving down to California. What was the plan, Mecha Ochre? Where were you going, and how did it go?
So I continued to drive on, and I was sort of feeling feeling badly about being here and thinking about, can this be my new home? And I drove along the coast and into Oregon, and Cannon Beach was there, just like I remember it from home, including the Haystack Rock, if you've ever seen that. I drove into California through the Redwood National Park, and then shortly after that is where I took the picture. And when you saw me all happy, and I drove along the coast and I saw seabirds and seals, and I drove across the Golden Gate Bridge. I went down into Big Sur, kept driving. At some point my phone died, which is why you didn't really hear from me. And kept driving down into Santa Barbara, past Los Angeles, Malibu. And it hit me after days of driving that from everything I've seen, this world is just like mine. And that I could call this home and make new friends and have a new family with all of you and my new princess sister. And I continued driving on, and that's where things got a little interesting. I wanted to drive into Baja. I thought, this is gonna be cool. I used to hang out there on trips, only to find out that there's this fence and gate, and Baja's not part of California, not part of the United States, and they needed my papers to get through. And I don't have papers. And so I thought, okay, I'll just turn around and go home. And nearby, there's this group of bikers, and they're just laughing at me, right? Just laughing in my direction. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. So I just started driving home. And after a couple 100 miles, my brake broke down. And I thought, well, this is a problem. So I got off the bike and I just kept walking it. I walked for a few days along the highway, cars passing me. But I kept going. Eventually I reached one of those gas station sort of side of the road bar kinds of places, right? And I stopped there. And I thought, all right, well, this is a good place as any to take a break. And I went into the bar to try to get something to drink and to ask directions. And after I got a drink, I sat down for a little bit. The bikers that were making fun of me Well, here they are. They show up. And apparently they know the place because they say hello to the bartender. They grab some pool sticks. They're starting to play pool. And then they notice me. And that's kind of when the trouble began. They started harassing me and making fun of me. And I tried to say hello and be civil about it. But it was clear that they weren't going to have... They were just there to have fun with me. So I got up, I was going to leave, and then someone threw a bottle at me. And I turned around, transformed in the Mecha, and I was about to just make short, just dissolve this situation entirely. And then a woman walked in. It's a woman? Okay, thank you. And
It is.
she yelled at the bikers. And I think at the at some point, Claude, you can come in and we can start role-playing this.
I was about to say, so set the scene a little more. The bikers, on their backs, you see emblazoned like this really cool stylized gargoyle. And this is Hector is their leader with the green gargoyles, who've decided, they'll mess with Gabe here. And yeah, as they're gearing up for a fight, it looks like things are going to get pretty serious now because he's transformed. They're kind of panicking. One of them actually pulls out a gun when a voice cuts through and just tells everyone, "Hey, cut it out. Hector, what is your problem?" And yes, someone joins the scene who introduces herself to Gabe as Silvana Valladares, if I'm not butchering that last name. Who is from the area. Well, actually, she's from Mexico, but she's been in the area working on some projects. She's a scientist who's kind of ingratiated herself in this community. She works on a lot of interesting energy projects. And yeah, definitely was interested in Gabe's whole transformation deal. So after making sure the guys settle down, she sits down for a little one-on-one with Gabe. Sorry about Hector. I would say he means well, but honestly, he mostly doesn't. She kind of gestures and gets you a drink, and she's like, "What do you have?"
Beer.
Yeah, that works. She hands you one, grabs one for herself, kind of gestures to your whole mechanized getup, and this is interesting. What's
Oh, right. I turned it off.
Kind of tilts her head to the side. Now, how does that work? And she instantly hones in on your gauntlet because clearly that's somehow involved.
Right. So on my wrist, you can see if you look really closely, it's kind of this gauntlet that's under a sleeve. Well, I don't know if it's under a sleeve now. I think I tore my sleeves off at that point, so you can really see it, and it's got little blinky lights on it. Every once in a while, there's things that pulsate, and they mean things to me. Yeah, I'm I think what you call a cyborg. So much of me is mechanical.
I'm familiar with the concept.
Oh, okay.
So that's permanently embedded in you?
Now, as far as I know, I've not tried to take it off.
Tilts her head. She's kind of adjusts her glasses. And you see she actually taps on the side. And there's little readout things happening on her glasses here. This is clearly pretty high tech too. Interesting. And then you kind of manifest the armor. Is that an extra dimensional sort of thing? Sorry, I'm just. Do you know the energy source of this?
No, I mean, I have an energy source in me, and it's enough to do what I do. I can't really tell you how it happens. It just happens.
Okay. Well, it looks like you're kind of going to be stuck here for a while, right? Because I saw the bike.
My motorcycle broke down. I was hoping to get help here, so that I could make my way back home.
Right, and home is...
Home is...
Ooh.
in
yeah.
Washington.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh. And you're super weird. So Emerald City?
Yes. How'd you
Yep.
know?
That's where all the weird comes from. I actually have a colleague that works up in Emerald City, who would be pretty interested to look at this whole setup you've got going on here. But yeah, if you want to come back to my lab, it's actually I'm renting upstairs for this little project that I'm on. But I would love to kind of run some diagnostics on that and the energy source.
Sure.
About your bike, though. There's a garage here if you want to fix it up. I don't know what happened to it exactly, but
I may need a little help with that. I'm mechanically inclined, but not entirely great at figuring out what is going on with my motorcycle.
Okay. Oh, here's a question. So have you considered like the energy source in your arm as a way to power the bike?
So if I could do that, that'd be incredible.
It really would. Okay, yeah. Come on up. And over like a few hours, and then it ends up being like a couple days because there's a hotel nearby and she's friends with them. She kind of seems like she's running the area, even though she's new to it. Like she's definitely kind of worked her way in with them and everything. Hector and the other bikers are also like kind of in and out throughout the day, and so you are seeing them whenever you go down to eat any food at the pub, because sometimes you'll go down alone, sometimes she'll go with you, and slowly they start kind of like, you see one of them looking around because he's like the youngest one of the group, probably is looking around to see if anyone's free to play pool, and the others are all like smoking outside or talking. And you see him kind of glancing over at you, but not like wanting to ask you to join in or anything, but you can see like tables free.
I say, sure. You need somebody to play with?
He kind of like side eye and then like,
out.
yeah, it's cool. You don't know how to play pool? And this young guy walks you through how to play. He's a pretty gangly guy. At first you're like, should he even legally be like driving a motorcycle around? But he is of age to drink and stuff. He's just a small guy. So you kind of build a friendship with him. Eventually the other motorcyclists kind of get on board. I said motorcyclists. The other bikers get on board with you. I made them way different suddenly. They kind of start palling around with you. In these couple of days, you've these people who meant you harm, you kind of build a small bit of friendship with, and with your host as well. And after a bit, she lets you know like, hey, your bike is good to go. I could not figure out a way to charge your phone because I could let you like borrow a phone or something, but I don't have a cord that fits that. You, in your world, this is a USB-G phone. We don't have anything like that here, as far as I know. So she's like, I don't know this cord. But yeah, your bike's good to go. And yeah, if you're heading out, it was nice meeting you, and I can give you the name of my friend up in Emerald if you ever need some help working on that device of yours.
Wow. Well, I really want to thank you. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come by. Well, I kind of have an idea what I would have done, but I really am grateful that you and the guys helped me fix the bike. It's so much better than it was before, and I love that rumble it makes now. I think everybody back at home is gonna love it.
Yeah, probably not so much in city limits, but I'll be honest, I was just trying to make something that would annoy Hector that yours was louder than his. So.
Oh, he does give me that look, and I walk over to Hector. I'm gonna miss you, and he's this big hulking guy, right? And so trying to hug him is like trying to hug a van. I don't know, something big.
And you can see it's really funny because he's like, I can't be seen being hugged, obviously in front of my boys, but like it's gonna happen anyway with you. So he's just kind of like looking. He gives them a look like, say something, please. I will hurt you. And yeah, so he just accepts. He kind of claps you on the shoulder. He's like, hey, we're up and down this coast to. We kind of try to stay out of Emerald because there's a gang called the Kings there and another one called the Wolves, 2 biker groups in Emerald, and we don't have the best relationship with them. So maybe watch out if you're going to be biking in that area. But yeah, have a good one. He's not one for like sappy emotional farewell, so he just tells you that, kind of gives you like a thump on the chest, it just like pats you there, and then he walks off.
I shake hands with the other guys. Some of them I give them hugs, and I say, "I'm gonna miss you guys. I'll be back."
Okay, we'll hold you to that. They kind of exchange some information with you. They like you don't have a phone to put it in still, and they write little note cards that Sylvana had, and they pass to you. They're like, yeah, get in touch with us next time you're down this way.
And Sylvana, who is this person I'm supposed to contact?
His name is Adam. Where did I put his last name? It's fine. This is fine.
Adam is a cool name.
Adam is a really cool name. Adam Nielsen.
Cool.
He works for a company called Redshift Energies. So you can't reach him directly. Go to his office and honestly just lift your arm up, and if he's there, he'll probably come running to look at that thing. It's really interesting. Very, very unusual. And yeah, he specializes in weird energy sources. So you'll find someone who'll talk your ear off there. He's kind of a cold guy, not the friendliest, but you know, he'll be interested in that.
Well, thank you again. And I kind of open up my arms this time to see if she wants a hug. For some reason, I just don't hug her. Right.
Yeah, she doesn't like fully embrace a hug. It's kind of like a very like light, but she gives you a little peck on the cheek.
Thanks again. And I get onto my bike, and I'm riding off, and then we do the
it speeds up to you bursting through a gate. And yeah, that takes us to the kitchen and catches us up on Gabe's journey.
I'll look at Gabe and go, next time you get stuck, call me. I can fly to you pretty fast.
I thought about that, except I didn't have my phone, and I was actually having kind of a nice time down there with the guys. But thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. The only one who can on you is me.
Maybe you shouldn't tell everyone everything about how your stuff works, just like immediately. I'm not saying that, that they were bad people. I'm just saying that bad people might get a hold of that at some point if you do that.
Yeah, I tend to trust people until I
don't.
Till they show that I can't. But I hear you.
That's a good that's not a bad philosophy to go by. Open arms and all that.
So
this life is
amazing. I think we're just
catch
jaded.
me up on what's that?
I said I think we're just jaded because we're fighting crime all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch me up on.
It sounds like you had a great trip. I can't imagine what you're going through, like just being dropped in an entirely different planet with no way to go back home. So to see you like this is pretty great.
I haven't.
Well, I mean, not like this. You're pretty filthy. You need to shower, but like this.
I will. The guy said that you don't have to shower every day, and I just didn't.
No.
I mean, if this was like a week.
Yeah. I haven't given up on
route back, so there was some time to build up the filth.
There's a little bit of rain and riding through dirt and dust. look at Raven and say, I haven't given up on getting home. I just think that if it'll happen, it's gonna happen. I will tell you that I still listen in on the radio frequency in my head, and I talk to my brother and my family back home, and I tell them what's going on, hoping that maybe they're listening.
Maybe they hear.
Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But you all have been very welcoming, even Revenant in his own way. And you make such good friends when and I can see that in Quill, the princess, Mrs. Princess.
Just Quill is fine.
Quill is fine, and I wanna be here with you. I wanna help Revenant and what he's going through, and yeah, I'm back.
And with Gabe welcomed back home, we are going to go to a quick break, and we will pick up right where we left off, pretty much. Yeah, we'll continue on from there. I think that sounds like a grand old time.
I love it, which also means I get to come back into it.
Surprise, Kate.
It is disturbing me now.
This way, pushing Claude to the side. All right, before we go to break, I'm going to remind everyone that if you are in our Twitch live chat, you can enter to win our giveaway from Green Ronin Publishing. We have PDFs of the Basic Heroes Handbook for Mutants and Masterminds and the Reign of Cats and Dogs Adventure. So if you're watching in our Twitch live chat, all you have to do is type giveaway in the chat and you'll be entered to win. Thank you so much to Green Ronin Publishing, the publisher behind Mutants and Masterminds, the game we are playing, for sponsoring our show. If you go to their website using the link I'm putting in chat, or if you're watching the VOD, it's in the description. Use our code Superhero Shenanigans to get some cool Mutants and Mastermind stuff. They have a ton of amazing games on there as well for other things. 5% off for you. Stream gets a little thank you from them. All good all around. But I will let my cast go to break now. So get yourselves some hydrates. Thank you, chat, for hydrating us as well. And I will see you again soon because there is more of this story to tell.
Welcome back to Superhero Shenanigans. We are jumping right back in where we left off. Mecha Ochre has returned to the mansion and to his lovely, lovely friends. And we kind of pick up. I wanna focus for a second on Revenant. You've taken in all this story, but you're just not. You haven't been doing so great. You mentioned you might get Mecha Ochre's help with this. Let's get in Revenant's head a little bit right now. Why is he so tired today?
Oh, that's a scary thought. Ever since his meeting with his sister, which is what, a week now?
Past? Yeah, about probably.
And her mentioning that the Lightborn were in town in the city kind of looking for me. My instinct went straight to protecting the team, because I know if they can't get to me directly, they will try to attack the team to get to me. So I've been trying to research if there's any new churches of the Sacred Bond that have opened up, or watching the one that is in town. Seeing if there's any new people, kind of reaching out to my media contacts and everybody to see if they've heard anything, and just patrolling to see if I can find any of them.
And so far, it hasn't really turned up anything. It does seem like the one congregation in the area has grown a little bit, but as far as your sister's attacks against you in the media, since you haven't been out doing hero stuff, because you're working on trying to ferret these people out, she hasn't attacked you. She's kept her line of like, hey, if you stop, I'll stop. Just don't go out and be a hero. And we're good. Yeah, so far you haven't spotted anyone new, but it would be hard to tell if one of, like, who among them would be the ones to act against you were you to be heroic.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of sleepless nights. Like nights I'll spend patrolling, daytime I'm watching the church or researching or talking to people. So it's been definitely a couple nights that I have not slept at all.
And I will say another thing that has been a little bit distressing is anytime, like, if you happen to summon your shadow ally during any of this when you're just patrolling, it seems a bit more hostile in general, where it's very, like, on alert. Like, if someone moves, it, like, gets ready to blast them, whether, like, not knowing what it is. And it is a little temperamental. That's been a thing it's always had, is that you kind of have to coax it to do your will. But yeah, it seems like it's on edge too, maybe mirroring what you're doing, or its own sort of like anger and malevolence bubbling up. It's hard to tell because it is a faceless void creature. But yeah, so have you been using him less because of that, or using it less because of that, or?
Probably just because I associate my powers going out of control with my emotions, and because it's heightened right now, I'm just associating it with that. That's maybe my subconscious trying to defend myself. And
that makes a lot of sense. Raven, it has been a little bit since you've seen Revenant in the house. It does not take an insight check to see that he's in a little bit of distress of some sort. If anyone would notice with an insight, if he was hiding it, it would definitely be the very astute Raven. But yeah, it's he's just wearing it.
Yeah, and I think Raven would know that he doesn't really want to talk about it. If he wanted to talk about it, he would talk about it, like with people in here, and he's not. So Raven is going to wait and maybe try to get a moment where she can kind of pull him off to the side a little bit. But yeah.
I will say, Raven, as everyone's kind of welcoming Mecha Ochre back, and people are just kind of hanging out today, which has been a nice break from having to deal with Pouch and everything like that. Ivan finds a moment to like kind of gesture you over to like a little side corner for a quick chat.
I'll go over, and everyone will notice that Ivan's the head of security. Ivan is a little sad because Ivan didn't get to do any cool things today that he thought he was going to do.
He did not. He was ready. He had a very powerful weapon he wanted to use.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he will have to go back to the range if he wants to work out those feelings. But yeah, he kind of waves you over. He's got like a tablet, so he wants to show you something.
As I walk towards him in his direction, I'm just gonna like slide a cookie across the counter towards Revenant, like, and just keep walking to go to my. Yeah. What's up?
So I know you wanted us to have eyes on the vault at all times for sure. So I wanted to show you.
Oh boy,
so
this can't
just
be good.
just a little bit before Gabe returned to the house, the cameras in the vault, a couple of the cameras went out. We checked. The parcel is still where it's meant to be, but something shorted it out, so we have to repair these two. It just seems like random defects or something, but wanted to let you know we haven't had any problems with them before, and then a couple of them gave out, and it seems like another one we decided to do like routine maintenance, moved up on the schedule a little bit, and some of the others seem to be having some problems too. Not to where they need to be replaced yet, but it's as if they're kind of falling apart.
Do I know how, like, what type of, like, are these mystical locks? Are these, like, do I know what type of security it is?
For these, these are just like digital cameras and things like that. These are the very tech side of things that are breaking down from what it looks like.
Cool. Okay, well, I definitely don't like that. And whatever you're doing, let's do double of that. And maybe we can get in some extra if we could, possibly. And I'm going to make a call. Maybe we can get another tech-savvy super over here to kind of take a look at things to see.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so those two are being replaced right now. We already had spares, but we're gonna go ahead and order some more in case this keeps happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise we're not sure. It looks like, I mean, I'm not an expert on this side of things, but it seems like the Mystic Bindings are holding, that are in the area. But yeah, can't
Cool.
speak on that personally. But yeah, if you want to do a recheck of those, it might be a good call.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll also use my call in, or I don't even know what it is. Call in an expert, basically.
Connected.
Yeah, I'll use my connected to make a call in to maybe even Tally's mom. Is that who the contact is for that kind of thing?
Yeah,
I'll
I mean, that
go
makes
use
sense to me.
mirror.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a persuasion on that connected. Then I have to decide how difficult of a request this is. But yeah, let me know what you get on that.
20.
20? Okay. So yeah, you are actually able to reach her, Tally's mother, who she's like, well, I can't leave Freedom to go take a look at it myself, but I can get in touch with people who are close by that are comfortable working with our sort of people, referring to superheroes, of course.
Yeah, that'd be
So
great.
yeah, I know someone nearish, who I could send up that direction. Just give a look over. It'll probably be a couple of days. Is this like a super urgent thing?
I don't know. It might be.
Okay.
I'm guessing that Tally told you what was going on over here.
A little bit, but I try not to pry.
Yeah.
We're on.
I mean, we think
separate
we've got
coasts
it under
doing our work.
control, but we've not had any issues with our vault security as far as I have ever known, and we just had like 4 things go down. So I just
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I will. I'll get in touch with her, and see if I can get her up there to you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Of course.
Always love looking through this mirror. So cool.
It's pretty cool. It's weird to me, but it is growing on me since it's on the magical side of things and I'm on the tech side of things. But they made the UI easy enough for someone like me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna just, because I'm curious, Raven is gonna try to portal to see if I can reach through to the other side of the mirror.
You cannot, just because of the range of it. Yeah. The portal kind of like forms and like tries to establish like using the mirror as a shortcut. It seems like it probably could with some tweaking of the spell itself, but just as like an offhand attempt, it doesn't quite go. But interesting.
To work on that one.
Avenue. Yeah, I was about to say that would be an interesting way to get over to Freedom immediately if you needed to.
Yeah, that's where my brain went. Yeah, I'll work on that. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right,
well,
thanks.
Have a good
Appreciate
one.
it.
Yeah, of course. Of course, you keep
Mirror
on doing
goes.
good work there. Yep.
It's like hangs up before they're ready. Yeah. Mirror's gone. Yeah.
And she's like, in Freedom City, she's like, I don't even know if that was rude or if I did something wrong because this is a magic mirror. And she turns back to her computer and it's like, oh yes, sweet computer. Something I understand.
And Raven will go back downstairs, and if I can catch Revenant before I and I'll let security know on the way by, but if I can catch Revenant, I'll kind of give you a look before I come in and like a side eye to see if you want to take a second or not.
Okay, I'll nod and kind of follow you.
So
before we cut back to them, is anyone else up to anything in particular? I have a thing that could happen, depending on if anyone's leaving the house or doing anything interesting. I've got ideas.
Gabe is showering. We've decided that.
Yes,
All right.
Gabe is in the
We
shower.
cut to Gabe in the shower. This is a good 20-minute bit we're gonna take.
Kate's in the back going, no, we don't.
Right? No, absolutely not. We don't do that because
Gabe breaks the
of the
fourth
comics
wall to be
court
like, get
code
out.
authority. Yeah,
Gabe,
do not.
you know I should have in charge.
Absolutely
It's
not.
that we get that one like square, right? Where it's just like it just looks like clouds, so you know it's like the fog from the shower, and all you can see is just Gabe's like eyes, because it's all just fog.
I love it. Fantastic. Beautiful imagery. Absolutely adore that. Ember, you get a text message from your brother. This is Darius. Darius, what's up? Surprise! It's your brother.
What does it say? I'll look at it.
Hey, so he's got a. Sorry, he messages and sends you like, hey, can you chat for a second?
I will send back a thumbs up and a fire emoji, just because I just always do to Darius, because I think it's funny.
So you have it as one emoji on your phone. You did the emoji kitchen thing where it is like a flaming thumbs up.
Yeah.
Fantastic. 10 out of 10. I don't know if it exists, but it seems easy enough.
Every new thing, every emoji in Ember's phone is on fire. But I'm going to turn to everybody and say I'm gonna have to step outside for a bit. I'll be back though later, maybe. Then I will go outside and call.
Hey, man.
What's up, D? What you got?
So I have been, putting out feelers. Obviously, we're trying to find, who. And again, I'm always suspicious about phones, but I think I've got a lead down in Emerald City, or I guess up in Emerald City from where I am. But
Where are you?
That's a great question. Where does Darius live, Leo?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it. I think he does move around a lot. Like, I don't think he has he crashes at Ember's place when he's in Emerald City, but he does do a lot of like managing for me and other fighters and whatnot. Hold on while I fix my mic.
Oh, no worries. We'll actually, for a second, as you tinker with that, we have left Quill and Mecha Ochre as the only two that are together. What's going on? Well, and that stayed in the room.
In the shower.
Oh, he is in the shower. Shoot, Quill, what are you doing? You're not with.
What are you doing in the
I keep
shower?
forgetting where Gabe is. I don't know why.
Quill is eating all the food that was left when everybody left the room.
My brain is so giving
Yeah.
him his modesty that I keep forgetting we put him in the shower. So, what is Quill up to?
Yeah, I think
Everyone
you're
just left
just,
the
like,
room.
Pushed in there, it was like, nope, don't come out until you're clean. Lock the bathroom door.
Bolted. You used
Um,
to build a wall there.
yeah.
So you can't get out if you wanted to.
I think as people start sort of wandering off, like Quill has lived here for a while and they feel pretty at home. And seeing that, like there's cookies, but it's like she wants food and she'll just open the fridge and start like making herself a sandwich. But one of those like comically tall sandwiches.
I was about to say full on Scooby-Doo with it. I got you.
Yeah. And so they're just eating. There isn't like people started talking about like tech stuff and magic stuff, and she doesn't understand really either of those things, and she's not very like interested in it either, because it's like it doesn't really sound like, I don't know, there's no fighting involved and it doesn't sound fun, and so she's just having a real good snack, and letting the others wander and do what they will, kind of just making sure that, I don't know, like that everything is okay, in the sense of as soon as if anybody needs help with anything, like she'll, sure, I guess. But yeah, she's just hanging out at this point.
Yeah, while Quill is just vibing, could you roll me a fun little will save? Just a will check. Don't worry about it.
How dare.
It's fine. It's all good. If you roll well, it's all good.
How dare you threaten me like this? 23.
A 23. Okay, that's solid.
What do you mean?
I will say, as I've said, I will say so
effort
much.
Will save.
You
If I
do.
need to use it, I will.
Are you going to use it?
Do
or
I
not?
need to
That's
use
your call.
it?
That's entirely your
No.
decision.
You look at me.
Do you want to use it or do you not?
I will keep my 23.
Okay.
I'll take my chances.
Okay. As Quill is eating, just enjoying, kind of checking out the house, making sure everything is
Man,
normal.
I'm just having a sandwich.
Just
yo,
having a
like.
Not a problem. You're enjoying a sandwich. It's great. It's comically large. The toppings are questionable at best. You kind of have found yourself wandering as you eat, and you're standing in front of the door of the vault, or towards the vault. And you did not intend to walk this way, and it just kind of dawns on you in the moment of that will save that, like, what am I doing here?
Quill hates, like, she doesn't care for magic one way or the other, but she absolutely hates all, like, the mind messy stuff.
And I will say this feels like the touch of my stuff, where, like, I didn't want to come here. Something probably made me do that.
Yeah, like, it's different from, oh, I walked into a room and forgot what I wanted to do. Like, I'm assuming it feels different. And how curious is Quill? We are going to roll a die and find out, because I don't want to make this decision. Oh my god. I think Bullock walks to the door.
Okay.
And it's like, well, I probably can't get through. But it's like, I don't know, it feels really weird. I'm gonna put my ear to the door to see if I can I hear anything in there? Because it should be entirely silent, right?
One would expect. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you focus on this.
With my bird senses.
Oh, yeah. Very musical bird senses. I was like, that's catchy. 27? So here's the real question, because of how things work. Do you expect to hear something? Would you want to hear something? Does Quill think that it'll be making a noise?
Again, she doesn't know how this magic stuff works. And in her brain is, okay, this shouldn't have happened. I've felt it trying to grab at my thoughts and brain before, and it's slimy and gross. I felt it again. This isn't supposed to happen. If I hear anything, because I shouldn't be able to hear anything in there, but if I do, I'm going to run to Raven, because they'll know what to do. And that sort of proves that something is wrong, and I'm not just going crazy.
Okay, yeah, with your ear to the wall, you take like a beat and listen, and it's silent.
Oh my god, I'm going crazy. Okay.
As expected.
No, but I think instead, like, she wanted to feel relief at not hearing anything.
And she got what she wanted.
But she doesn't feel relieved because she's felt it. And so now there isn't something that she knows for sure is causing it. And that sort of not knowing weird limbo space is just making her anxious. And she doesn't get anxious. That's not her. She doesn't like this feeling. So she's gonna wander in with her sandwich still. Just sort of walk over to wherever like Raven is, and see what they're doing, and see does it have anything to do with the thing in the vault.
Gotcha. Well, before you get there, we'll have Raven and Revenant's conversation that was going
Absolutely.
on the side.
So I think I'll wait for you to like kind of get over, and I haven't really heard from you in a while, and I know there's been a lot of stuff going on. I'm just checking in.
Sorry for not. I know I chastise you guys for doing the same thing I'm doing right now, but
It's okay.
the meeting with my sister, she said the Lightborn are in town, and they are kind of gunning for me. They see it as their duty to take care of their leader's wayward brother that she can't seem to take care of herself.
And let me guess, you're trying to do this all by yourself so nobody gets hurt.
You know me. I didn't want you guys to get stuck in the middle, because I know they may come after you to get to me.
Raven's gonna kind of just lean in, and if you'll let, just kind of like put her arm up on your shoulder, just kind of like leaning, like the sister brotherly kind of lean in, almost forehead to forehead, and be like, we are family. We do things together. We don't do things on our own. I appreciate what you're doing, and I know they would too, but we got you just like you have us. So let's do this together.
I'll nod and just kind of go, well, it seemed like everybody had their own stuff going.
We always have stuff going. We're freaking superheroes, man. Like, we always have stuff going. Like, look at us. Look at this bunch of heroes that we have just in this room right now. This is wild stuff.
That would be the time that Quill like walks up and joins
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Like, look at all these awesome people we have.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, princess.
Hey, everything okay?
Yeah, Quill walks in very like she's thinking, and you see like the feathers around her neck are doing the poofy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Raven's tracking it for sure.
Hey, how secure? Like, I trust you, Raven. I think super smart, and you know a whole lot about these magic things. The thing was doing the brain thing, and I don't like it. I think, I don't know, does it know that I can't get into the vault? I think it was trying to get me to get into the vault.
Oh, okay. Yep. It's definitely not you. I'm texting while you're talking. I'm like texting through security, being like, okay, this thing is it. And I'm texting Tally's mom as well. Who is what's Tally's mom's name?
Superhero name. Oh my gosh, hold on.
That's why I haven't been using it, because I can't think of it.
It slipped out of my brain too, and
yeah.
That's why I didn't say it earlier.
Anyway, yeah, I'm like frantically, also, like still, I'm like looking at Quill while I'm doing
Foresight.
Like texting.
Foresight, thank you.
Foresight.
I played around with calling her something else. Good job.
I totally knew that, and it's not because they put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Tell me why I wanted to call
nothing to do with
her
Natasha
Oracle,
being in the chat.
Not Foresight. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, everyone. Foresight.
Yeah, so I'm texting Foresight, and I'm also texting. I texted security first, but then, and I think also like where we are because we stepped right off of the kitchen, we've got like little alarm buttons kind of all over the place. And stuff. So I think I kind of just like went back into the kitchen as we're doing this, and I'm on the pad that's on the TV, and I just hit like the yellow alert kind of button, like let's heighten security up while I'm doing that.
I'll look at everybody and go, what thing in the thing?
Oh, it's this
Oh,
orb thing that gets into people's heads and makes them do things.
Oh, the Eye of Chaos?
that'd be
It's
the one.
here?
You've
Yeah,
missed a lot.
Yeah, it was inside of a fanny pack, and Bertram was carrying it around. He brought it out of the jazz club, and then from the fanny
Not
pack,
even making
it
it
went
up.
into the vault. I think it's been there since. Oh, it was in his closet, and then in the fanny pack.
Yeah,
Then
the
at the
closet I
jazz club.
remember.
Now in the vault. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's trying to break out of the vault. That's what security pulled me off to the side for. I put in a call to have somebody kind of come take a look at it. That's more, I don't do the tech stuff, so I was kind of putting a call in for that, and I just let them know that it's kind of an emergency. But I think that I should probably go try to maybe secure it a little bit more with putting a little force around it, maybe again to try to
Yeah.
add a little bit.
Didn't
I think it might be
you try
loosening.
that last time? And then
I mean, it was covered.
Didn't work.
No, it is covered a little bit, but it only lasts a little while. So maybe I need to. Maybe that was actually doing more than we thought, and I need to go back in and add some. I don't know.
If you go in there, I'm going in there with you, so you're not in there alone.
That's probably not a good idea.
Yes, you going in there alone is not a good idea.
The
Glad you agree with
irony
me.
of you saying that after we just had this conversation does not escape me.
What if we all very slowly walk in there together, and then if one of us does something dumb, everybody else just sort of,
Tackle.
I'm gonna go check if Mecha Ochre's clean now.
Outside on the phone, Darius is explaining to Ember, or to Leo, he calls you Leo, y'all are brothers, that he's like, yeah, I got a contact up in Emerald City. You'll get a kick out of this. I'm in Phoenix right now. Yeah, big old Firebird. Knew you would love that. Anyway, so you know how we were very sure, and it's like a fact, that there's an underground metahuman like fight group in Emerald City?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're kind of squeaky clean reputation-wise, so getting you invited is kind of tough. But I know a guy on the inside now, a guy by the name of Eddie. He's kind of in the Cape business too, and I trust him. So if he can vouch for you and get you in there, like if you meet with him, see if he can get you in, could get us one step closer to our guy.
All right, set it up.
All right. I'll text him. I'll let him know. I'll stay the go-between just so he doesn't have your information. Like, I trust him, but I'd still rather be the middleman here.
Yeah, I might be tied up for a day or two, but otherwise, as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, he fights, but yeah, he did the whole super thing in Emerald City for a little bit, and I guess it didn't work out super great for him. So I don't know if he still does much of it.
What was it called?
He was called Tenfold. That he had the strength of 10 men.
Okay,
kind of deal. Yeah, he was kind of like your average enhanced kind of guy. I mean, this is coming from someone with no powers, but he wasn't the most impressive. Never really nailed like an iconic look. Did a little work in the area and then fell off the map. I think he still does some hero work in like Oregon and moving around a bit in the Pacific Northwest, but yeah, apparently he still dips into Emerald for some underground fights.
All right, well, honestly, as soon as possible, even if it is within the next couple of days, I can make it work. Just,
All right, I'll put it together.
And hey, by the way, you doing all right?
Oh yeah, not too bad. How are things going with you and Marley?
Going pretty good. He can probably hear my smile over
Right?
the
He's
phone.
like, right on, right on. Yeah, be careful doing this. If you do this underground fight thing, like talk it out with her. You know, no secrets.
I've talked a little bit about Mom and Dad and what we're doing here to her. I haven't told her everything. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell her everything. I don't know, it's been so long since we've heard anything from the top brass, so to speak, but
Yeah. They haven't reached out to me or anything, so
yeah. It's I mean, if you think I should, I probably will at some point at least, but
I think at some point it's gonna have to. Just just make sure she's solid first, you know. It's kind of a big thing, and it's a family thing, so you know what that means.
She's offered to help, but I turned it down because I don't want to get her involved in. I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know what we're gonna do when we get to him. I don't have an idea.
Well, I know what I would do, but I'm not the one that can get to him the way you can, so. But you already know.
Yeah. Stay well, D. I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
Love you.
I love you too, bro.
All right.
Stop with the fire emojis. It's so dumb.
It's cool. It's like on brand, you know, when people see, especially on Instagram, that thing kicks off, you know?
That's true. I do bug you about branding, and then now I'm giving you crap for doing it, so.
Yeah, you see exactly.
You're right. All right. Yeah, have a good one.
All right. I'll call you later.
Yep. And he lets you go.
Hang up, and I think there's a moment of me just sort of like thinking for a second and then going back inside.
All right. Everyone, Leo has rejoined, and everyone is once again. Mecha Ochre is clean. He's so shiny. Just the shiniest boy. He smells great. 10 out of 10.
I'm walking down the stairs and I'm kind of singing, "Take me home." I still got the towel. Country roads to a place I belong.
You have to change it to fit your world. You have to change it to your world to be safe from
your own
copyright.
words. Yeah.
You got
We definitely-
Monica.
Wilderness path.
you got yelled at by the God voice. That's
Take me to house.
Weird.
For those of you in chat who did not hear Kate yelling at us all, stop using copyrighted
It's a
material.
cover. It's a cover.
It's a cover.
We're safe under use of parody. This is the superhero version of it. He didn't get to that yet, but there was going to be a whole thing about super strength.
Yeah. I think you get like 10 words right before it's official. I don't know.
It's 20
Like
seconds.
20 seconds or something.
20
I think,
seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got to be
I
faster
think
next time.
that was like 15
Yeah.
maybe.
If you sing it really fast, you can get a lot in 20
Yeah, so
seconds.
if you do it really fast,
You get a whole song, possibly.
Yeah. 20
or if you're
seconds, we got it.
unclear enough, like if you can like muddle your words enough where it's like I feel like there's some safe stuff there. If you have like
I didn't mean to distract. I'm sorry. Back up.
So
And
what
you're
were you
the
singing
music
about
guy
the
on this
stairs?
stream.
Gabe falls down the stairs.
right, you should know this.
Oh, something
How to
invisible
get
from
to
on
Hades
high
Town.
pushed me down the stairs before I could sing anything.
Oh, my God. You're not used to being this squeaky clean. You slipped.
Yep.
But yeah,
lost all the blood
Quill
traction.
sees him like walking out, and it's like, oh, good. There's weird things going on. So follow me, I guess.
Okay.
What kind of weird things?
And I-
And she's like, oh, hey, because you had walked out to take your call.
Oh.
The eye is being weird. I think it's trying to escape, and it was trying to get me to open the door. I don't think it understands that I can't do that. I don't think it cares. It just wanted me to try. Yeah, it's slippery, slimy. I don't like it. I think Raven wanted to go inside and look at it, and then Revenant was like, that's probably not a good idea to go on your own. And then Raven was like, well, it's not a good idea for you to come with me. And so then I was like, we should all go together. And
Are they down there now?
oh my, we should hurry. Okay, come on.
We're
come on,
all
come
right
on.
here while she's
Oh, okay,
while they're giving you the rundown. Yeah, we're all standing right there.
We're all
Doing,
Yeah,
together.
and
doing
security-
impressions of them right in front of their face is such a power
yeah.
move.
Which is
Just a
so
power
great.
move.
So great. Yeah. I love it so much. Yeah.
Where are we going?
And Raven will add in security has also informed me that we lost a couple cameras down there and some of the other security issues. So they're fixing it, but I think that thing's trying to get out. And if it's not that, something else is either trying to get in or trying to get out. So
I put my ear to the door and listened really hard, but I couldn't hear anything.
There
it's
is
pretty thick wall there.
and there is
so,
a chamber in between.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kyle looked at the last time. All right, let's
No, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's like
do
a
it.
bank vault that you're going into before you actually go into the vault. It's like a vault
I've
in a vault.
never been in a bank, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we'll have to do that. we'll do that field trip next week. I have so many things, and you see Raven add it to the list.
Making a
Because
list,
Raven, Raven has a full-on list of places to take Quill, and like they're like sorted
The
by.
DMV.
Yeah, they're sorted by like.
Oh
ooh,
no.
I'm
You're
sorry.
gonna
Sorted
love
by
it.
weird
Wait in
little
line for it.
earth things, and then they're sorted by like cool stuff, and then there's like a food column, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
I love it.
I'm going to, with the threat of the eye being a thing, I'm going to, which I usually refrain from doing this inside, but I think the house can handle one level. So I'm going to shift up to stage 1. As I'm going to breathe, like, you're going to see as Ember sort of like grits his teeth and then breathes out this more steam than usual that comes out of his mouth as he warms up a little bit. And the area is tiny bit more toasty, but not bad.
A little warm.
All right, let's go. Let's get this done. Gabe, long story short, the Eye of Chaos is, well, apparently connected to a goddess of chaos, and it causes chaos.
Ivan greets you near the entrance of the vault, and he just kind of like gives you a look. He's like, "Are you good?" I think you may be
You're
muted.
muted. Yeah.
Oh, you are. I see the symbol that tells me that. I notice things. Sometimes I
Listen,
look at my
people,
screen.
I can double mute, and sometimes I don't remember that I've double
Triple
muted.
mute. Too powerful.
So I have, so it's all good. So I will respond with, I think it's trying to get people in there. Maybe it's something else, I don't know, but it's just too coincidental for me. So I'm feeling like I should, I don't know, put it in another
he
box
makes some
again.
pretty strong eye contact. He has been told by you to make sure that if you go in there, that you're like not compelled to go in there. So he's just like giving you a definite like check, and he just kind of like nods, and he's like, "We'll be on the cameras watching," and everyone's still here from the gate, so it's all good.
Yeah, and this travels pretty far, I think. So let's be on the highest alert that we can right now, because maybe you want to have backups for you too, in case. I know we've been trying to work on stuff to try to keep the psychic out, but I don't know. Maybe double up. I don't know. Do what we can.
Gotcha.
I
nearly said Roger.
Roger. I don't know who this Roger guy is, but
we hired him last week. Had to let him go because the hours weren't working out with him, and he got a great new job actually at the hospital.
I thought it was a guy you picked up at the club. My bad.
They are in fact the same person. Don't worry about it. That was part of why we couldn't have him work here, because I knew him outside of work. But I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we'll talk about that later. And I'll turn to the rest of you. Do we want to all go in here? Do we want to just send a couple of us in and a couple of us stay out in case you need to lock us in there or something? Or how are we feeling?
I'm going in there with you, so.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. Just tell me what to do.
So this Eye of Chaos is controls your brain, or tries to. And you don't really know it's happening when it's happening until it's too late. So I feel like we just kind of have to look out for each other. I kind of liked the idea of if one of us is doing something dumb, we just tackle. I kind of liked that idea.
Yeah.
I think it's best
Physical
if
force works
a couple
most of the
or
time.
a few of us stay out here to
Dibs on Revenant.
counteract if anything. That's a loaded thing there. That's what's funny about that.
It is. All right. I would like to go in and try to seal this thing in another box. I'd like to try to put a container around it, a mystical container
You're
around
muted,
it.
Lord.
I absolutely am. It's me this time.
That'll teach you
After I
to
mocked
make fun of me, friend.
Okay.
Before you start
karma.
going, I'd like to
Karma.
propose a thing. Ember will say, because Ember, you can always sort of stop Ember. Ember just starts kind of usually saying what he thinks is the best plan. Not like giving people orders, but just kind of being like, I think we should do this. And he says it really confidently, so it almost feels like he's telling you to do this. But he's like, Quill, I think you and I should stay out here. Gabe, you probably should go in with them. I'm not sure how well your mental defenses are, but I feel like that suit and cyborgness probably helps.
See, but if one of them does something stupid, we're probably the strongest ones and the best equipped to tackle. And if we're out here, by the time we get in there to stop them, it might be too late.
But the only way out is through this way.
Yeah, but you can do something dumb in there.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, but
I told you
it'll be
what
limited
with
to
my
in
dad.
there at least.
So I don't know. We think this is the only way out, but my dad did disappear in the vault. We think, I mean, he was presumed to be no longer alive, but is he? I've not given up on that yet. So maybe there is another way out. I don't know. All right, I'm going in, and I just put my hand on the door. Put my hand and my eye up to the thing.
You're
You
muted.
muted.
Twice in a row.
We love you,
I
Claude.
need to think about my
Wow.
life.
We love you, Claude.
It takes a little extra work. You don't know this, but this is the third time I've said this. It's fine. It takes a little extra work to have the vault actually allow multiple people in, because it is like you have to jump through some hoops to make it happen. But it finally gets you to a screen where you can let people in. How many are going? What did we land on? Who's doing it?
I'm going
Well,
in.
I'll just step in, and whoever comes with me comes with me.
Okay.
Yeah, because Raven needed to make for action to happen. So
So I do have a question that I want to try before she does that. I want to slip into my shadow form and see if I can slip under the door.
Now I have to look at your shadow form to know for sure.
There's no way. That thing is like, what do they call it when it's sealed and nothing gets in and out?
Hermetically sealed?
Hermetically sealed?
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh,
If
no.
light can get through it, I can get through it.
Light can't get through it. It's sealed up.
Sorry, I have to find Revenant's exact. Make sure there's no special wording. Yeah, you can't go through it.
Okay.
It's a special energy thing. If you were insubstantial 4, like completely, you wouldn't be able to. But this is sealed from some energies, I'll say.
Okay.
And your shadow form is technically an energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it actually does prevent you. So Revenant goes forth.
I'm stepping in.
If we stay out here, how will we know something went wrong in there?
Cameras.
Right, but we're standing outside of the vault. We're not where the cameras are.
No, there's cameras in the house that see inside the vault.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but we're not where, like, the screens, they're in the kitchen, and we're standing outside the vault. So
we have
we
any
can't
tablets that
see
we
the
can look
feed.
at the camera feed with?
Yeah, if you request, they can bring you some tablets to.
And I'm sure Ivan is also watching, and he would yell through the little panel thing.
And if we need Raven's permission to go in, if something does go wrong and we're out here, how do we get in the vault?
Gloria.
That feels like it'll take too long. Like, I really think all of us go in. Because then that is, like, the fastest reaction time in case something goes wrong.
But what if we all get taken over by the
I don't think
go out in a
we can
blaze of
take
glory.
all of us.
We don't know that. We don't know
And
anything about this thing.
Ivan would be able to see through the cameras as well.
Can Ivan and Gloria handle us, Raven?
Well, they can
All of us?
call, for help.
Yeah, Gloria's a super.
But at
also,
least
so.
we would be locked in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
And I
If
cannot
we
get
did
out.
all, go haywire. Which I don't think will happen. I don't think the eye can take all of us.
Yeah, I'll say that Raven's mental acuity is pretty damn good, so
Yeah.
at least she'll be safe.
I don't like it. I don't want my friends to be inside with it. I don't like that I can't punch it. I'm sorry, Ember. And she's gonna walk inside as well. So you're currently the only one outside.
I'm gonna stay outside.
Catch you on
All
the
right.
other side. And I hit this button.
Everyone else, you enter. The little door closes behind you, leaving Ember out of the chamber. So you're in the first little room, and then the next room takes you into the actual vault. There is a slight descent, and then more work from Raven to open it all up. But yeah, you're there in front of a chest of sorts. It's a very sleek box that's just like a black box with some runes along the side. That's sort of in the right angles, glitter a little bit. You have to assume there's some sort of incantations on the box, potentially. And yeah, you're in there. The box is closed for the moment.
Yeah, and the box is exactly where I left it the last time because I gave everyone instructions to not touch it, to just it hasn't been moved or anything from right there. So I would like to use my ghost hand to lift the box open.
Alrighty. everyone,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and roll me a quick little will save.
Does Ember have to do it outside of the vault as well?
Nope, Ember, you're good.
I have to do it outside.
This is in response to the thing opening.
Oh,
Yeah.
when do you want our rolls?
Now. I'll go in
11.
order. 11?
Oh my god!
Incredible!
I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right.
I can
What
do you
a hero
mean?
point
Yeah.
to roll again, right? Is
Please.
that a thing?
I am begging.
I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
No, I'm gonna
Let's
roll
go.
again.
18. I'm fine, I think.
18,
Hey, I can't put
and-
25.
25. Nice.
29.
Very
Oh,
good.
does the fact that I'm tired also affect this?
Yes, you do. You do have an extra starting.
Why did you
hero
even
point.
come?
You have a starting hero point, but you are impaired this whole session.
Raven
so you have a
actually
minus
says
2
you.
to your will saves.
Oh, so I got a 9.
Oh, that's so much
Are
better.
you using either of those hero points on it?
No, I want to see what happens.
Excellent decision making. And I heart you forever. So immediately, the first thing, it compels you. Actually, it's at that failure, it is more like straight up control. So
Can
what
I roll
happens
to see
is-
if I notice it?
Sure.
If I-
You can insight. I'll say because you're very focused on the box, this will have a like a -5 because you're not looking at him specifically. You're just kind of vibe checking the whole room. But yeah. And then from Revenant, I'll just get a deception check from you.
Oh, I'm good at this.
It's just a versus
Oh
roll
no.
here. Well, you do have a -2 because of the impaired.
Oh, I'm actually not good at deception. I'm good at intimidation.
Ah.
Oh, but of course I rolled a 19 on that. So a 20.
No.
20
I beat you
total?
by 3. 23.
23, was that with the -5?
It was indeed, sir.
Okie dokie. Then yeah, you get there's kind of like a pulse of the energy as the lid cracks, so you know everyone just got hit with something. But the
I just
particular
turn and look
shudder
at. I
you
just
get
look
from
at
Revenant?
Quill, and I go, tackle.
There's 2 of them besides us.
2 of who?
There's Mecha Ochre and Revenant. And you just
Oh,
said
Mecha came in
tackle.
with us. Okay.
I transform.
I will allow Revenant's action that he is forced to do to go off, which is to summon his shadow.
Ruh-roh.
Oh no.
Question
Raven's
to
kinda like-
Revenant: before you went into here, you turned into your insubstantial form to test the door. Did you stay in insubstantial form?
Yeah, I would have stayed.
Fantastic. So what everyone begins acting, that is the first action, and then I'll go ahead and get initiative rolls.
I'll come with you, he says.
I think he was the only one that shouldn't have been in here.
Right. I'll
Am I
make
seeing
it
this
better, he
from
says.
from
But
the
you have a
outside?
tablet.
Yes, you are seeing this.
In the moment of your of this all going on, your tablet loses the feed from the camera, which tells you something is up. Like that doesn't mean oh nothing's happening. Clearly something is going down because it cuts off.
I'll get glory.
To the glory of Mobile. Da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, I will get initiatives from everyone.
Okay.
Not great for me. It was a 12.
18 for Quill.
15 for Mecha.
25 for Revenant.
Oh. My gosh.
Sorry, I'm writing numbers down. I will go ahead and get Leo's as well. Good roll, Revenant, by the way.
Thank you.
I feel like you tend to get high on initiative, so.
Yeah, that's the one I usually do really well on, and then everything else can get a little funky.
I rolled another 12 on the die for this, so another dirty 20.
Nice.
Hey, Mecha, you always wanted to spar with me.
You did call dibs specifically on this moment.
Call dibs.
All right, so this is interesting because it is a controlled NPC or a controlled PC. So Grant, I'll still have you basically fully pilot with your abilities. All you really need to know is that you would like to grab the orb.
Okay.
And you know that these people don't want you to grab the orb. It's the main thing.
Yeah.
It would be good to have the orb. You feel a sense of a lot of what you're dealing with right now is your sister's people are trying to stop you. And the orb could help make sure that's not a problem. Could potentially even change your sister's mind about how she feels about you. The orb could improve your life in many ways. And it's right there. It's just right there. And yeah, it is. I did say this was like a big wave as it was partially open, so the lid is not fully off. Has been lifted, and then everything started kicking off, and you are the first to act. You have your action, and then you can, as a move action, give an order to your shadow, but your shadow is temperamental, so I am controlling your shadow right
now. Yeah. So is grabbing something an action?
It would be, yes.
Okay.
It's basic enough to flip open this thing the rest of the way since it's already started. So that could be all done as like a move and then a standard to grab in this case.
And we do know the orb is like a type of energy, right?
It puts out its energy in ways, yeah.
So I can grab it in insubstantial form?
Oh shoot, can you?
That's the question.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, because it's a physical object that puts out energy.
Yeah. No, you would have to turn off the shadow form for the grab part of it. But making space before you try a grab is still a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't have animosity towards anybody.
You don't. Definitely.
So.
Oh, also, everyone get a hero point as the chaos begins.
Another one?
Did I already give one whenever the thing cracked open? I don't think I did, but
no, I was
yeah.
just making sure.
No, you definitely get it for this because it is Shenanigans.
I will do a snare on Raven. You're muted.
Oh no, I also did that without actual volume. That was just me going, "Oh my god!" Yeah, it would have been silent even if I was unmuted.
And
yeah,
I was
can
like,
I
that's
use
a choice
hero
in
point
my head,
to make
though.
it stronger.
you can extra effort to make it to raise the rank of it by 1, and then if you spend the hero point, you won't be tired by using the
Okay,
extra
I'll do
effort,
that.
so, yeah. Okay, roll them bones.
Do I roll anything?
For your snare, you do.
Because it just says, oh, okay.
It looks like your snare is a +8.
Okay. I'm sorry, Raven.
No, he's not.
No, not even a little bit.
So it's a natural 20.
That means nothing in this game.
Well, not necessarily nothing. It does mean you can raise the rank of your effect by 5, or add another 0 rank thing to it.
Can I add a pull back with it? Like pushing her back in a way?
Like add a move object to it?
Yeah.
You can.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. It's not going to be very strong whenever you add it. It's like it's a really low rank to resist an additional effect, but yeah.
I just want to get her away from the box.
Makes sense to me. Okay, Raven. I believe that does a 28 hit you for a snare?
Am I rolling, or is this just...
It is your dodge plus 10.
It indeed hits me.
She gonna be so mad at me.
It's a bit weird because this is his effect that is most like one of your effects. This is very similar to your snake grabby thing. It's almost something he kind of like mirrored off of you. So now having it used against you is certainly something. This to resist it is another roll you'll roll and add your dodge, and you're trying to beat an 18 right now.
Was I supposed to roll for the other one, or just add the
no,
dodge?
just add the dodge. Yeah. This one's the resistance part of it.
You gotta be kidding me. What am I adding to this one that I rolled?
Your dodge.
You add your dodge
9.
to get the degree of what happened. You do have your hero points, or if you want to see how this rolls,
Hit it. Just go. I have 2 hero points. I'm going to use them for something else.
for
That's
something
fine.
else. I dig that. So with an
Important thing.
18, you failed by 2 degrees.
Cool,
You are
cool.
currently defenseless and immobile.
Now, does that matter if I had my shield up?
No, the shield would be protecting you from damage, not from afflictions. So
Okay.
you are grabbed in shadow right now as it kind of like reaches around you. It means your defenses are effectively 0 right now. It's just a DC 10 to hit you. Interestingly, this keeps you from moving, but doesn't stop you from attacking back. What a loss on that. And yeah,
You said
you're
defenseless and immobile? Is that
and
what you said?
immobile. Yeah.
And the
Okay.
way it looks is your shadow comes off the ground and actually like pins you from behind and drug you back.
And on your turn, your minion will also act without order from you and chooses to blast Raven as well because
no.
immobile, and it's hostile. The shadow is definitely meaner than you and goes for a tiny little blast. He's much weaker than you though. His shadows are, but it is a pretty easy target currently. So it just
Yeah.
needs a DC 10.
And
to
as
hit you.
as I was pulled back, I yell, "Well, welcome home, I guess."
Oh no. Oh yeah, I guess there was the push thing. So roll me a strength check as well. Just roll and add your strength.
And it doesn't matter, nat 20.
You don't move, yeah. So you didn't get pushed back by it. Just wreathed in shadow, it tried to move you, and you basically like just stood strong against it. But then because you were like bracing yourself, it was easier for it to grab onto you. And then the shadow blasts you successfully. I need a DC 19 toughness check. Your shield does apply here. So you'll roll your toughness.
Cannot see. Uh, 28.
Oh yeah, you're fine. This thing, it definitely doesn't hit like Revenant hits. It's literally like a half version of him. And yeah, it just turns and like hisses, which interestingly, this is probably the first anyone's heard it like vocalize outside of Revenant's head. It hisses and blasts Raven with shadow.
I'll turn and yell at it. Be like, they're not to be harmed.
Roll intimidation against your own summon.
Can I also have my snake shield shadow head try to, like, when it hisses, to try to, like, hiss back at it?
Yes, I love that. That's good flavor.
22.
22. Oh, you are scary.
Yeah.
It shrinks, like it literally like gets a little smaller in size as you yell at it. For everyone else, this is some wild stuff going on as he attacks. His minion joins in, and then he yells at the minion like.
You're literally seeing me wrestle with my inner demons.
Revenant's acting a little strange, we'll say. That does bring us to Ember. Ember, you have made it to Gloria, who greets you.
Hey, Gloria, we're gonna need some help in the chamber thingy.
Gotcha. She nods. She looks very concerned, like her eyes are quite wide, and yeah, she's not gonna go in, but she does press a button for you to be able to. Oh wait, hold on. She, sorry. Now Gloria has to make some decisions here. She has her orders as well. She said she's gonna try to get the cameras on for you, but she doesn't want to open the door because the eye has to stay in place.
Yeah, I don't want her to open the door. I just want to be able to see what's going on in there. Because Ember's worry was that if everyone was taken over, then the city would be in danger. I mean, there are other heroes that probably could stop us, but at least for a bit, you know,
it could be a problem.
People in the city would be in danger. So he didn't want. So before he opens the door, he wants to make sure that not everybody is on
the other side.
One.
Gotcha. Yeah. So she rolled a quick tech check at your behest to try to get things going and rocked a nat 20. So the cameras come back on just in time for you to see a wrapped up Raven get blasted by a shadow creature. Doesn't seem like it hurt her at all though because of her shield.
Then in which case I will say, okay, can you let me in? And once I'm in, if you can, do not open the door again.
You can see she's kind of wrestling with this because, yeah, she's got a very, like, the objective is you have to make sure the vault stays shut and safe. But she does see, like, Raven getting attacked. She tells you, go back to the door, stand by. I will, if it looks bad, I'll override all the security and let you go in.
Thank you. And I'll take my tablet and keep watching the situation as well as I head back.
All right. I feel so bad.
I think they could take Revenant, to be honest.
I think it should be fine, you know?
I think I could take Revenant, so I think that they'll do fine.
That's true.
To be fair, I think I can take everybody.
I was like, rude.
You make a strong point.
It's not because he's like Revenant's weak. He's just like, I'm just really strong. I beat everybody.
I'm just built different.
Yeah.
Quill, you're actually next up.
So when Raven yelled tackle, like there was this slight hesitation of there's two of them. And then seeing like the shadow lash out, it's like this one. And so, man, I think in her mind, she again doesn't know how this magic stuff works. She doesn't know if once he's taken over, that's it. So she wants to attempt to sort of like knock him out. She doesn't want to hurt him. It's her friend. I mean, where he was so far. So she's gonna tackle. Straight up. So we're gonna go ahead and roll here. Would that be unarmed as well?
Yep, that'd be unarmed.
Just so I know what to add. Okay, that's not terribly high. That is a 19.
Yeah, what is your parry, Revenant?
I'm.
Parry plus 10.
Does it matter?
For description, it does.
Parry plus 10.
How
16.
badly do you fail? Oh,
16. Wow. And what did you get to hit?
19.
19. So you fly forward for the tackle, absolutely certain you will get the hit, and you fly through his shadowy body as he is insubstantial.
Oh, he hasn't turned back yet.
Not turned back yet. But I don't think you've seen him really do this and get attacked. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've only fought with him once. And
I think he didn't get hit at all. Yeah.
I didn't, but she did see me try to catch Bertram and he fly through me.
That is true.
That is so true.
That did happen.
I still feel a little bad about that.
Right.
Okay, but in the moment, it was like tackle. Okay, I'm tackling. And I think... Oh, this is so bad, but I'm gonna do it. Oh, this is so bad. I do have fast grab, so after I attempt an unarmed attack, I can make a grab check. After I attempt to tackle and go through him, I think the realization of literally everything I can do is like with my body. I do not have magic. I do not have technology or anything else. And the only thing she can think to do is to grab the box to make sure that he doesn't. And I'm gonna make a check to attempt to swipe the box, because then he has to get, through me to get it.
So the way fast grab works is like when you hit someone,
does it have to be
you
successful?
get a free grab on them.
On the person.
On the person, yeah, it's just a free.
I'll
grab,
use a hero point.
I was about to say, if you wanted just extra effort to grab, you're trying to grab the whole box with lid.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't opened it all the way,
you're not grabbing it out.
So yeah, I'm not taking it out of the box.
Sure.
I'm grabbing the box.
This will have to go to a Shannon question. The box, how connected to the floor is it, as far as actually moving the box? So I know it was put on a thing and then kind of recessed and then came out.
Is it like on a pedestal?
Could the box be lifted off of the pedestal?
It can.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like we took the fanny pack essentially, and that went in this box. And this box is like, just a box, like the shape of a box, and that box is sitting on like a table.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
It's a pretty sturdy box, but
yeah, you are able to grab the box, and if you want to keep moving, you can only put as much space as is in this vault. So you can move a little away from him, but you're in an enclosed space still. So.
Yeah, I think after grabbing the box, Quill will move to the wall, just to try to put as much space as they can, knowing that it's not going to be a lot, but it's something.
Okay, roll me a will save as you grab the orb.
So if this messes you up, you can ignore it. But my vision of the vault is like the first room we walked in, and then we walked out, and we were in. Once we walked into that second room, then we're in the vault, and it's open. Like it's not another room. It's open with, stairs going down, and that kind of thing. So yeah, so there's room to move in it. But if you need it to be just a room, it can be just a room, and then going downstairs.
Fine. No, you can move further down into the vault if you want.
It's like go into one room. Actually,
wouldn't want
actually
to get out of
rooms.
sight of the rest of you, because it's like, okay, if instead of coming out, because your whole point is like for them to come after that, like I want him to come after me, so that y'all who do have magic and have technology knowledge can do something, because I don't know anything in that respect. And they wouldn't get out of sight though, because in the chance that he doesn't come after Quill, I want to be able to come back and help protect the two of you as well. So they wouldn't go insanely far. They wouldn't go out of sight. I rolled a nat 1 on my will save, but I am going to you do ultimate effort and burn.
That's right.
I'm only gonna have 1 hero point after this. I'll burn it to automatically succeed.
All right, yeah, you get a 30 with that auto 20, and yeah, nothing. The eye does not seem to affect you in any way. That brings us around to Mecha Ochre.
All right, I see. I see. I see all of this happen. Did you allow me to transform when I had said that a bit ago? Okay.
Yep, that works.
All right, so I'm going to sort of just flip over Quill. I'll say, Quill, go! And grab my staff. I'm just going to open it up with the energy thing. And going to look like I can stop him. And I'm going to withhold an action, but I think what I'm going to try to do is I'll try to grab him, right, with my staff and hope that something happens.
Right, with the energy, the split, the wrap whip mode. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
So holding an action for if he moves to.
Yeah, to see
snare.
if, right. So what you see, Quill, you haven't seen this before, but I have a staff that just sort of kind of I can grab out of somewhere. And it can split into two, and when it does, there's this orange energy kind of thing that kind of emanates from it. Sort of defying physics and gravity. It just kind of is there, and I can use it to grab or wrap around things.
All right, action successfully held. That brings us to Raven.
I thought I was after Revenant. Cool.
Oh no, Revenant went. Yeah, Revenant went first.
Oh, I didn't even get to go yet. That's right. I've just got attacked.
Yeah, you were just at the back of. Yeah.
I was like, I was just doing stuff. I was rolling against me. That's what I was doing. Yeah. Okay, so how far away did you get, Quill?
Wherever the far wall of this, I wouldn't have gone down the stairs though.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna focus on Revenant first because now I have to deal with that. So Raven pauses for a second because in Raven's head, she was like, okay, cool, I can go after the box because they'll take care of Revenant. And then you went after the box. So Raven is like, crap, now I have to take care of Revenant. So I'm going to
You
try
can say something.
Hold him in place. Well, I think it's happening so fast. And so like I'm just reactive, you know what I mean? Like you go and then and this is all happening at the same time. So Yeah, so I think I see you run and I go, okay, cool. And then I just immediately, as you're running that way, I turn and I'm going to try to hold Revenant in place with Mystic Binding. Because I can't move anyway. So I was going to, magic that thing from a distance. So instead, I'm going to magic Revenant. And the Mystic Bindings, if it works, it's going to go in 3 places. It's going to go around his ankles, around his wrists, and around his mouth. If it works.
Nice. All right. Mystic Bindings it up.
This is a DC, or do I roll?
You roll. He said with a question mark. Yes, you roll.
Yeah, you have to do the same thing as me.
I do.
We're literally trading the exact same attack.
It is you like
Are we really?
having a showdown. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I think you have different DCs. I think one of you is accurate where the other one is strong, and yeah, y'all are like flipped, which makes for really funny numbers.
Well, that's why I thought, yeah, because it looks like it's a DC of 22, so that's why I'm wondering if I roll. So am I just adding my magic to this?
You have a +8 to this, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's your magic spells that you add to it.
I don't have a +8 on anything on here. Mystic Bindings, I have Affliction +12, I think.
Affliction
maybe?
12, and then it's got +8 after that? Or it should?
That's what you say.
I say this.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's I just looked at it. So that's an 18. Not
18 to hit. What is your dodge +10?
20.
Just shy of it, as he's able to avoid the blast. It is the Eye's turn in initiative, but that means that Revenant gets to roll to break free of the effect controlling him right now. It is looped around.
You can play this however you want, but I just put my dice in the light, and it was actually a 19 and not a 10, so +8. But I said the other one, so I'm fine with whatever. I need to look at my own dice better.
No worries. We haven't moved on very far from that, so that would in fact be a hit. And then that is DC 22, and then we will roll to be free. You just might be wrapped up when you're getting free instead. We'll see.
Yeah, sorry. I moved my light yesterday and I never put it back.
It's dodge.
This is Will? ?
Will? Well, they're the same.
Quill?
Quill? Yeah, it should be Will, it looks like.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, dodge. It's a dodge.
Oh,
It's
27.
dodge.
Things.
It's dodge.
27? Okay, well, he manages, it hits him this time, but he kind of wiggles forth, aided by being insubstantial.
Yeah, I do a
now.
spinny thing.
Cool. So it hits him, but it doesn't do anything? Is that
It
what
hits
happened?
him, yeah, but he's able to kind of shrug it off.
Okay.
And then that will save, sir.
Okay. Oh, that's cocked.
And I'm gonna yell at him. Get out of your head!
I got 22.
22. I will say we can bump that up to a pretty 24 as your one of your best friends shouted at you to get out of your head, and is also the person you attacked, who also means a lot to you. And you've just traded the same effect back and forth a little bit. And yeah, you kind of no longer feel that you like have to get the eye. Like whatever that compulsion was, like shakes off just it clears up. You still like have a feeling like, oh, I would like to get it, but it doesn't feel like you have to. As it downgrades from control to more of like a compulsion. And that brings us back to you, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. I will just disperse everything and just become substantial. And I'll just start crying, kind of falling to my knees.
I would say this doesn't look like a hostile enough action to trigger Mecha Ochre grabbing you. I feel like he wouldn't wrap up someone who falls to his knees crying. But yeah, I will, for the moment at least, take you out of initiative as you, are kind of a sobbing mess now. The eye is closest to Quill. Quill, you don't feel this yourself. It's not like a feeling you feel within you, but there is a sense of satisfaction, not in you, but in the eye, from the chaos that just occurred in this room. You know, whenever you're next to someone who's like real smug after doing a sort of a dick move, you're getting that, but with the next to the eye.
Yeah, you know what Revenant usually does.
I'm just gonna look down at him and be like, "Thanks for helping."
Yeah, I think like Quill gets such an urge to just smash it. She won't do it, but she's thinking about it really freaking hard.
I was just saying, no one has tried the spike it into the ground in rage option for getting rid of this artifact.
Like the only things that they have known so far about this is all been awful, and it's slimy and tries to get in her head, and it's making her friends fight each other, and it's just making everybody anxious and making them fight and argue, and Quill doesn't like it, and they think that everything would be better if she just smashes it into the ground, because
That's
they
fair.
don't see like a real reason not to, except for the fact that it would make her friends mad at them, and they don't want that. Like, that is literally it. She's just staring at it very angrily, I think.
I'm very angry
Like
at this
that.
box in particular.
Yeah.
Raven
Look
is gonna
at
see you
Raven.
like. Raven's gonna like see you staring angrily at this thing and go, "Will, are you okay?"
I'm okay. He's not okay. Pointing to Revenant sobbing
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
were very close, not to being okay, like, recalling you getting attacked right away.
Yeah.
Just give me a reason why I should not just smash this into tiny pieces.
I don't know what it'll do. It might make it worse.
Also, Marley.
What
Right
do you
then
mean?
and there.
She's not even here.
Right then and there, I don't know, right? Gabe hasn't been around,
Right.
but I'm pretty sure, right? Gabe is thinking we got to get rid of this, and I just say I don't know why we're talking about it, and I quickly connect the staffs, and I'm going to
Portal
smack
immediately.
it.
Portal immediately.
This is fun.
He
I
smashes
wonder
the
how
wall.
quickly.
Roll off.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Who's acting faster in this moment?
Initiative roll. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll just
Rollies.
get initiative roll versus each other. I don't know what the bonuses people have.
Ooh, interesting.
What are you saying? What are we
I'm
doing?
gonna have you two both roll initiative just to see who gets this action
Okay.
out first.
Oh, that sucks. My initiative is crap.
Just roll well.
I believe
Whatever.
you.
Just roll well.
Of you? I don't
Just
know.
get a 20 or something.
But
Mother flipping son of a.
Has the audience given you bonuses?
you have
21.
you have a hero point.
I do have a
Reroll.
hero
Do.
point. Can I use my hero point after I find out what the result is to change the scene? if I don't like the result.
How do you want to change the scene? I'm always for interesting scene changes.
I just wanted to hit him in the face.
The staff?
Yep.
Well, wait, he got higher on initiative though, right? Was that the...
I don't know. We don't know what the rules are yet.
Oh yeah,
I got
what are
21.
the rules? I would say no, you wouldn't be able to change
I
the
assume
scene
I did.
to that way,
Yeah.
but yeah. 21 and
12.
12.
Oh, wait.
Quill, you're holding the box, so you're just smacking the box itself with the
but
Eye
I-
of Chaos?
But I can't
Right,
use
are
a
you-
hero point to change something. So
I mean,
I could
you
use it
can
to reroll, I
reroll.
guess.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you can use a
That's
hero
not gonna
point
help
for
me.
the
Get higher
reroll.
My
than
initiative is a
21.
2.
You also
I'd have to roll
a
a 20.
+5 from chat. You have a +5 and a hero point.
Reroll.
And remember, if you roll a 10 or lower, you add 10.
This is true.
Oh,
I have a
right.
total of 3 hero points now, so.
Oh! I just got +5 as well.
Whatever, Natasha.
It's an arms race.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know if this is like allowed, is it? I feel like this is definitely conflict of interest happening in the chat here.
Are these cast members affecting the chat?
25 for me.
25. Do you want your +5 to apply to this? And
That's
be
with
higher?
my +5.
Oh yeah, I was asking.
But if they're.
if Gabe's gonna do his +5 in response, or
Do you
want
let
the
Oh, boy.
teleport? Do you want the teleport to ride?
Well, as a player, I should know better, but as Gabe, I'm just mad that this thing exists and is messing with things. So I will use +5.
That's a 26. For my
Okay.
turn.
Okie doke. So, just like as you're getting ready to like teleport his hit to somewhere else, he's like in motion. He bursts just into speed, slams. You're holding the box, right, Quill?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're just hitting the box. You slam into the box. This thing is a very intense box that I have to roll toughness for.
It is a very intense box.
It's a very intense box.
Right. Would you even be able to get to the orb?
Which attack are you using? Since I'm rolling toughness, you do
yeah,
successfully
that's
hit
good.
the box because it's basically
Yeah.
it's an immobile box
It's-
unless Quill's trying to move it out of the way.
No.
Yeah. It's the big boom attack.
Oh, your biggest?
Oh, no, not that one.
Not the
that one.
cosmic
No,
kick
no,
thing.
no.
No. Okay.
No.
I'm
That
right
nobody knows
there.
No one knows about that one. It's fine.
The normal my staff attack.
All right, like the spear mode one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
DC,
so it's a
DC 23.
DC 23.
Okay.
Woo!
You do like crush the top of the box in, but it like slows it to where like you feel the impact of hitting the orb, but you don't think you got like an actual solid hit into the orb. But in a flash you hit it, and then a portal opens. I'll still allow you to portal if you're gonna drop a portal under him or wherever. But he did get to it and attacked it. It doesn't seem like he got the orb. But since you were in the mix of things with an initiative roll, I'll let you
He
add
forgot
to
the
what's happening.
impervious fanny pack.
You're muted.
No.
No, you're fine. It's Raven who's muted.
Oh no,
No,
I
I'm
know.
fine, yeah.
I was upset that Raven was muted.
Yeah, my portal was going to be right in front of the box. So, however you want to play it, you can just put it off to the side or whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think because you were both sort of racing to be first, but like Mecha beat you by like a literal millisecond.
yeah.
I think when it does the box would sort of burst, and it like Quill was holding on to the box. So as this thing comes and sort of hits the box, I think the fanny pack with the orb in it would have fallen through the portal.
Through the portal.
Because I'm not holding on to the fanny pack. I have pieces of a box in my hands now.
So where was the portal to, Raven?
Right by me.
Okay. The remnants of the box crash next to you. It's cracked open to where you can see the orb sitting inside with the fanny pack. The fanny pack that was put in there with it has like sort of melted is what it looks like. It's like kind of like dissolved away. As if
We're gonna
the
have to
forces
buy
of
him a
entropy,
new one.
Yeah, acted upon it for quite some time. So yeah, it's in there. The orb is there, shining beautifully at you. But yeah, now it's next to you, which is good because that was the goal. It seems the attack did nothing.
Two things.
Can I scream to you first? Because I want to scream. We need Ember.
Yeah. I need everyone to check the chat and give me an okay on this thing that I just sent.
Oh no!
Because I'm watching this whole thing go down.
I would say as that's going on, I think the whole last week catches up to me, and I just kind of pass out.
Oh.
Right. And I want to immediately, just in case this thing, like where it's sitting on the floor, where it landed. Yeah, I just want to use my Mystic Constructs, and I have 2 hero points left. So I'll use whatever I've got to basically make this thing a fortress as thick as I can get it until we can figure out what the hell to do with it.
All right, you box. I would say you're able to you drop a box on it, and then extra effort to put a box around the box. Like you're making layers to get to this thing.
Boxes on boxes.
It's boxes on boxes on boxes, and then you call for Ember
with a box inside.
I think.
And the second thing that I'd like to do, if I may, is there like an intercom to this room?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, I yelled. I definitely yelled like we need Ember, and I looked because I know where the cameras are. I just looked right at the camera for Gloria.
If there's an intercom, I will get on it in probably an angrier voice than Ember's ever taken with anybody ever. We'll say, everyone out of the room, put the box down and leave.
What he said.
Okay.
I'm standing by the box until everybody's out.
There is a very eepy Revenant laying on the ground. I think he passed out a little bit.
I can pick him up, like Bride style.
He's light as a feather.
Great. I think it looks very funny because I think Quill is canonically like 5'2". I don't remember. I gave
Or
Kate
like 5 foot exactly.
He's all like draped all
I'm
around.
5 foot exactly.
That's what I was thinking. Sorry. We all get to live our fantasies of being 2 inches taller.
But I think, Quill is a small burb, just very, very strong. And I think it just looks a little funny because Revenant is a tall.
Pretty tall, yeah.
Dude.
He's like 7 feet tall.
There you go. And so Quill just sort of picks him up like he's nothing. And just walks out with him.
Gabe is very confused. So he's listening and he's obeying, but he's also taking this protective stance as he walks backward, trying to protect the team from whatever is happening in here.
Things have gotten
I say
since he left.
Yeah, you guys really have to tell me what's going on, and we just move out with them, ready to take action on whatever happens.
When I get to the door, right before I close the door, I put another layer around the box.
Valid.
Once everybody walks out, Ember's just kind of standing there, just kind of like arms crossed, and he's like, "What were you all thinking about in there?"
I just want all of you to know that when I went in by myself, none of this happened. This is getting in everyone's head. The quickest thing we can do is to figure out what we need to do with this box, with this eye. People are going to be looking for us, but this eye it's a menace. But we have to figure out how to destroy this without harming people.
I agree with that last bit very much. The only thing it's ever done is make everyone fight and argue and get in people's heads, and I don't think anything actually good has come of it. I think we need to destroy it. I don't really understand why you won't let me just smash it or throw it into the ocean. Something about Marley?
It's not just
You're not
Marley.
here.
It's not just Marley. We don't know what it's going to do.
We aren't the protectors of the city for no reason. In every move we make, we have to think about the actions and the repercussions that it causes to those who cannot defend themselves, such as we can. There are people out in that city who live normal lives with children, parents, friends, brothers, and sisters, and you all keep acting like this thing is not something we don't understand. We can't just destroy it. We don't know what it does. We know that it's tied to some god. How easily can that be destroyed by us? Don't act recklessly when faced with unknown. Act cautiously.
Our first reaction cannot be violence.
But even then, I think that because of all of the innocent people around, there are so many who, like you said, cannot defend themselves from this. It is even more important for us to get rid of it. Is there any way for us to try to figure out what is inside of it or what makes it work?
That's what we have been working on. We haven't been sitting around doing nothing about it. We've been working on studying it, trying to figure out who wants it and why they want it and how they know it works. But we can't do that and worry about if another one of us is going to just try to smash it with a staff.
Hey, I think we gotta have a family talk here, because we went into the vault not knowing what was going there, I think with good intent of protecting not only ourselves and dealing with this orb, but I had no idea what was going on in there or what to expect, and it seems like Quill didn't either. So fine, I don't understand why we keep the thing around, but let's talk about what we want to do about it. Revenant, I don't know how much you know about the thing either, but it's clear we went in there unprepared.
I'll just kind of weakly look at everybody and go, I don't know what happened either. I still want it. So I can't go in there anymore.
What do we want to do with it? I don't understand.
I'll look at Raven and go, contact Salah. He may have a way to contain it.
That's already been in the works. That's part of what's going on. That's part of why we were keeping it in the vault.
Okay, so nobody go in the vault until further notice.
The only reason we went in there today is because it was a danger today. It was no longer as secure as it was when I put it in there a week ago. It was breaking through the holds from when I put it in. So we went in there today to seal it up. In hindsight, I should have just went in by myself, because then I would have kept everybody else from And if I succumb to it, Gloria could have sent one of you in. Live and learn.
Yeah.
But right now we have it contained. It's in the vault. It's triple, quadruple layered right now, so maybe we have another week or two while we're waiting for Shala to get a little bit more details. But Leo's right. We can't just destroy something because we don't understand it.
I'm pretty sure me and Mecha aren't trying to destroy it because we don't understand it. I don't understand any of you. We're trying to destroy it because we see it harming our friends.
Sure.
And I transform into Gabe and I say, I'm glad you're all safe, and I'm gonna take a shower. And I walk off.
I'll just kind of look up at Quill and go, for all we know, it's a prison. That if you destroy the orb, it gets much worse.
Right.
And then I'll kind of reach up and touch her face and go, my hero, and then pass out.
I'm gonna go drop him off. I think.
That's the biggest thing, though, right? Is that it could be worse than what it is right now. We don't have enough information to just, break this. We don't know what we're dealing with. But there's all this talk about the goddess of chaos, and what if that's who's in this orb, and we just break it, and and they come out. So that's why we're investigating more.
The worst takes over all our minds and sends us to harm everyone in the city.
Yeah.
We have to think about the people of the city first, even if that means putting ourselves at more risk. Because there's no one else around to defend them.
Well, like I said, don't really understand any of this, but I trust you guys. And as she's walking away with Revenant in her arms, I guess just let me know if you need me to beat something up. And she'll walk away and take him. I'm assuming you have a bedroom here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and I'll walk with you for a minute as well.
Okay.
Like I'll walk with you in that direction too. And I appreciate that you had our back in there and that you are trying to solve the problem. I don't want you to think that I devalue what you're saying. I appreciate it. I just think we need to be cautious right now. But thank you. And then I'll kind of walk off.
And with the crews going their separate ways, Mecha Ochre, for probably his second or third shower of the day, will go to a close. It would be in a comic, it would mirror whenever he first went to the shower and you see him turn the faucet. It just reuses those same frames to save on money, because we're pretty cheap for artists here. And yeah, everyone kind of has much to stew on, and the story will continue next time.
See, this is why I don't like leaving you guys alone. This is why I have to be here.
Chaos. That's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
Wonderful. Bring it.
I love your chaos. I will talk about some things and then we'll do our outros. Let us know where to find you guys, and we'll wrap things up. So, if you have not already entered our giveaway, all you have to do is type giveaway in the chat, and you can win some PDFs from Green Ronin Publishing. It's the Basic Heroes Handbook of how to play this game that we're playing, Mutants and Masterminds, and also the Reign of Cats and Dogs adventure, which is how my character Marley ended up with the Eye of Chaos in the first place, and how all these shenanigans started. So if you're in chat, type giveaway for your chance to win that. Thank you to Green Ronin Publishing for sponsoring our stream. If you go to Green Ronin's online store website and use our code Superhero Shenanigans, you can get 5% off stuffs there and support us, which is awesome. We appreciate your support. Also, if you are watching, wherever you're watching, give a like, give a follow, give a subscribe. That is also an amazing way to support us. Follow us on social media. It all really helps. Thank you. I'm going to pass it around to you guys to talk about who you are, upcoming projects, where we can find you besides right here, which I'm so happy to have you here. Claude, can I start with you?
I would like to start with Yuri, actually.
We'll do that? Yes, we'll do that. That's a good idea.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Yuri. That is Y-U-R-I, pronouns she, they. Y'all can go ahead and find me at Yuri and the Beast absolutely everywhere on the interwebs. Today, I played your space bird warrior princess, Quillekikiokalee, aka Quill. Y'all can go ahead and obviously find me here, because Quill isn't going anywhere, at least not yet. She'll be dragged off of this planet before she goes. But for me, I just started as a guest over on New Age Geeks D&D campaign Forging Fates. I am going to be with them every Monday until they get tired of me. Essentially, I wasn't given an end date. I don't know what to tell you. I will obviously be back here at Superhero Shenanigans, and I also will be over at Folk and Myth at the end of the month, so I'm very, very excited for that. I might be in some Pride games coming up as well, so happy Pride, y'all, and just stay tuned on my socials to see what I'm doing next.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Yuri. Wonderful having you tonight. We'll see you here more. I understand if you have to head out. We'll just keep going kind of up and down line. Shannon, tell us about you.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Oh, hey.
I played Raven tonight, and I am all over the internet. You can find me at imagineif.shop, and all my links are there. And you can find all the things on there, including I will be back here on June 30th for a Pride version of Queer and Quosy, which will be the first time that we're doing Queer and Quosy. That'll come start up playing pretty regularly in September, but we couldn't let June go by without doing something. And then I'm also going to be on Sam's channels, Classic Sam, New York GM, on June 27th. So you can be out over there. And this is my plea for you to also go and vote in the Crit Awards for the oh my gosh, Murder a la Mode. My brain is no longer working, which was nominated for Best One Shot, and it was produced on Imaginative Media, but all the mad credit goes to Meadow, who is the GM on that, and it was also Meadow System that was run. All the players, fantastic in there, Bree and Keon and Taylor on there as well. So shout out and all the love to them. So yeah, that's it. And I will throw it on over to Jackie.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and I think the best place to see me is right here, playing Mutants and Masterminds. The best place to hear me sing is with my band, the 629s. We're on wherever you stream your music. Search for the 629S, and you'll find me. Handing off to Grant.
Hey, I'm Grant, and I'm at Meredith on most socials. This is probably the biggest place you'll see me at, but you can always chat me on any of the socials out there. Love to chat about geeky stuff all over the place. And I play Revenant, our lovely but bruised poor little guy. And Extell, you are next.
Hello, that's me. I'm Extell. You can find me at Extra the King on all the socials. You can catch me on Start Playing where I run games on there. It's a good time. I have a werewolf game that's up now. There's 4 out of 5 seats left at the table, so come on by and join. It's wonderful. Let's see. I'm the social media manager for Tales from the Table Studios, where we got a lot of good stuff cooking up on the way on there. So keep watch on our socials there for that. As Kate mentioned earlier, also Tasha and I are cooking up something. So stay tuned for more info on that in the coming future.
Might have a little planning stream on a Wednesday that's not a Shenanigans Wednesday. To keep an eye on our Discord for that.
Let's see what else. Who am I? That's all I can remember right now. So, I'm on All Our Faults, a Monster Hearts game, on TTN. The last episode should be appearing soon-ish, maybe. I think it's been a while since I caught up to any of the most recent episodes, but we filmed the last episode a few weeks ago now, and it was a time, so you should check it out. Catch up if you haven't already. It's a good time. And yeah, other than that, you can catch me on the socials, where I talk about all the stuff that I do most of the time. Other times I just talk about how much I want to play Vampire again. But yeah, who hasn't gone? Claude, have you gone? Then kick it off.
Yes, to Claude. If you're
Hello, yes, I am Claude, aka Curly Insane Guy, and I have been your GM today, tormenting these lovely, lovely individuals. Had a great time with it. I can be found on various socials, but especially threads at Curly Insane Guy, where I yap about TTRPGs as well as comic books. That's my other big thing. Sorry, my brain flew away. I will be here running 2 more games this month for Mutants and Masterminds, and then a special extra game. I will be running The Expanse for Free RPG Day.
hopefully, maybe you just buy announcements, Claude. I know we're sharing a bubble, but like you gotta stay in your lane of the bubble.
I'm so sorry. I'm just a GM, so I thought it was mine.
I'm here. I'm
that's
the producer.
about it.
Gotta give me something to do.
The announcements are being ripped from my hands right now, so I will let go. I say allow. I wouldn't be able to hold on to it. Kate, take it away.
You give me way too much rain, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and Don't Kill My Character. You found Don't Kill My Character here. Congrats. If you want to see my cosplay things, follow Kate the Great Cosplays for that stuff. And let's talk about what's coming up on the channel. Usually Superhero Shenanigans is every other Wednesday, but we have 3 Wednesdays in a row for the first 3 months of June. So this was one. Check. Join us next Wednesday, the 11th, in the Wednesday after the 18th, back to our normal starting time of 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And then, yes, Claude teased the game that hopefully we will get squared away with Green Ronin. That would be for Free RPG Day, and if you have a friendly local gaming store near you, please go check them out for Free RPG Day, and you can pick up a copy of The Expanse from Green Ronin. They're one of the sponsors of the day, so very cool. Get your free stuff. Also support friendly local gaming stores, because that's a wonderful, lovely thing to do, and we're all tabletop role-playing nerds anyway. And then, yeah, for Shannon called out Queer and Cozy. There's a few more things we're squaring away on the channel. I can confirm that we have 3 thirsty sword lesbians, speed dating to the death with Game Master Paige and players myself, Madam Ava, and Valmina happening on Friday, June 13th. So that'll be a fun time. Come for that too. And did you not write all of these down? Did you not take notes? That's okay. Jump into our Discord. The schedule is there. Follow us on social media. I let you know when we're going live with wonderful graphics that Shannon makes. With all of that, it's gonna be time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, Green Ronin, for sponsoring the stream. Thank you, as always, to my incredible, wonderful cast, Game Master Claude. I adore you all and all the shenanigans that you cause on stream and off, and you manage to make Wednesdays my favorite day of the week. Thank you all for being here with us. We hope you will return to Don't Kill My Character, because there are always more stories to tell. Goodbye, friends. Stick around for the rain.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride!